Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? Welcome to another week of Taking High Ground Live, the Fortnite podcast. We are happy to be here. Obviously, we're still in the Fortnite OG season. It was some interesting sales that happened, a lot of great pickups, and man, a whole lot of other things, even including Donald Mustard. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's going on? Not bad. I had a lot of fun working on adding up everybody's draft totals.
Yes,
If you guys were not
yes,
here last week, go back and rewatch the draft episode where we had was it 8 collectors come on and pick their fantasy cards,
yep.
and then we did the research. We looked at how many gemmed, how many was graded, and we added all of them up to see who had some of the most interesting picks. So we're gonna get into that today.
Yes.
Very exciting.
No, that was fun. I think that was an interesting system there. That was a dope one by you. Dylan thought of that idea, and I think it worked really well. I think people brought a lot of interesting picks to the table, obviously that we'll go through. So yeah, that was definitely fun.
Feel like I was just about to look for something and I forgot what it was. What's up, Richard, Westrom, Inky, Daniel, JL, Mile
Yo,
High,
yo, what's up,
Colton?
y'all?
There is only one THG show.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not in any of the breaks. What's up, Kari? What's going on? So I
Man.
had there's some interesting stuff. I don't know what you wanted to get into first, but there's some
Yo,
crazy stuff going on. You want to talk?
yeah.
You want to go and talk? Are you ready to talk about Donald Mustard?
Yeah, yeah, we could talk about Donna Mustard. Matter of fact, yeah, just talk real quick. Let me load this in real quick.
Okay. So we are going to go over the we're going to go over the draft in a little bit, maybe after we get to some of this news and stuff.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about the giveaways. Are you still good for the giveaway
Yep.
on your part? Okay, sweet. There's going to be one winner who gets the giveaway. It's going to be very interesting. It actually got very close. And there's some other news
Yeah.
too. Actually, should I wait for the draft for the one news? My repetitive speech. Should I wait for that?
Yes, yes, yes. No,
Okay,
no, that has to be
I'll wait for that. I'll wait for that.
yeah.
One of the subscribers sent us um some really interesting stuff about Donald Mustard
Yeah,
that he
yeah,
posted in his Twitter, and I wasn't on Twitter today, so like I'm glad he sent this to me.
yeah.
Um, I'm gonna open
Yeah,
the
open
tweet
that
here.
up. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. All right. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. So Donald Mustard posted this picture. As you can see, like me, where is it at? Right here. He's got some comic artwork on the background there, but he
Mm-hmm.
has a whole comic stand here, right? And he has a Fortnite chest and everything. And these are all Fortnite comics that he has in his own house.
Yeah.
Very cool. Um, but if you have eagle eyes like some of our subscribers do, and you zoom in like they did, and I don't know if it's because they watched the show or what, or
Yeah.
we've been talking about it so much, but man, he had his eyes right in on here, and you see the word foundation. Now,
Mm-hmm.
this is the back of the black and white copy
Yeah.
that we said was given to the creators of the comics, and we all were 99% sure that Donald Mustard got some copies.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look here, one, two, three, four. Let me go back to the original. Let's see if we can scroll down and see. One, two, three, four, five. Oh, and actually, right here, you can actually see the corner of that, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it looks like he has all five of his copies. So we can take those out of the ringer. Those are not out there. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about the limited edition black and white comics, the Foundation sketch artwork by Greg Capullo. Um, as far as we know, so Greg Capullo had about 50 of them. All the other creators got about five.
Yeah.
All right. So this is still adding to that theory that only creators got these copies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Interesting enough that he didn't have that showing. He has that on the backside.
Yeah.
He also
Which
didn't
is
put any of these with. He has none of these in like cardboard backs or anything either. I don't
nope.
think it doesn't look like it.
Mm.
But very cool. I'm glad you sent that.
Y-
I would not have seen that.
No,
I'm not.
I told him that. I was like, I did not catch that at all. I seen that earlier on Twitter. Thought it was dope. I was gonna, show this, and then next thing you know, I get that message, and that was pretty crazy.
Um, I see in the comments JT's talking about like finding rare stuff. I don't. I found something rare. um, that JT would like. And I'm over here like I'm gonna share this with JT like he hasn't seen this before. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
assume he has it. But I was browsing and I found something cool. I found this original artwork from one of the Zero War comic covers.
Hmm.
I think it's issue 5, and so it has fish sticks, and this is what they use to put onto the cover. It also comes with the actual dragon behind it. So this is for sale. I'm not gonna buy it, so if someone wants you guys, I think
Yeah.
full artwork it's 1875, 1875. I can show you guys the dragon too, which was pretty crazy to be honest.
Agreed, Warfighter.
Cover, Um, Fortnite wise, and like I don't think it meant that much.
Hmm.
The cover didn't mean that much to the actual comic. But this is one of the original comic cover artworks for sale.
I'll buy some if no one gets it. Yeah,
I
yeah,
figured
JT.
I was like I'm not gonna tell JT something he doesn't already know. Um, oh, you spoke to it. So JT, the reason why I was bringing it up, I thought maybe you didn't know, is because they spelled it wrong in the search,
Hmm.
and that's why it hasn't been popping up. Is because it's spelled wrong. Um, so if anybody doesn't know, when you are searching for rare and exclusive stuff, it's fun to just type in wrong ways to spell stuff.
Yep.
I won't give away too much, but I have a couple saved that I like to search for.
Yeah.
Um, so I was just browsing because I'm not really buying right now. Although
Hmm.
I did buy a USA shard,
Yes. Yes.
um, which I'm very
I'm.
excited. The person in here sold it to me, so I don't know if it's shipped yet, but I'm waiting to submit to tag. So I need you to send that because that's gonna be a PC.
That's funny. Yeah. That's a good one. I like the one that you recently picked up. And I can't wait for you to get in because I like the reason why you picked it up too. So that was a dope one.
Yeah, and
Uh
I'll talk about it once it gets in why
yeah.
I picked it up. It's a Series 1 shard. You can probably go back into my streams if you watch me play Fortnite, guys, and figure out which one it is. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
excited about it. So do you
How
have
have
stuff
you
about? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, how do you feel about the segment of Fortnite OG that we're in right now?
I mean, I just me. I'm too big of a Fortnite fan, right?
Yeah.
So I'm always having fun playing Fortnite. And the fact there's so many people in it, and like it's continued going forward. I think that's great. I'm actually enjoying pubs a lot.
Yeah.
Um, but now I'm getting back. So I was enjoying it, and then I got back into creative.
Hmm.
Um, I have noticed that they didn't bring the one pump back,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the reason why I noticed is because last night I was playing with some friends on a map that
Yeah.
the pump does do 200,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that's on purpose or like how that happened, but the pump does 200 in this one map, and it's so different. I've been one pumping. It was a crazy night, and like I wish they had brought that back.
Yeah. No, that would have been great if they would have brought that back.
Um,
If I'm like we can't buy more in the meantime. Yo.
no, no, Richard, it's not Fable. I wish. I wish. If anybody does have a Fable that they don't want, I like that skin a lot. It's not like a crazy popular skin or anything.
Yeah.
Um, so if you guys have one and want to let one go without trading, because I'm not giving rid of stuff, except for you guys. The giveaway is from my collection, but I'm trying not to lose any more cards besides giving it to you guys.
Yeah. Also, yeah, to tie that bow on Fortnite OG, Fortnite has reached 650 million total players worldwide with over 20 billion in revenue. This happened this week, which is absolutely insane.
Wow, that's crazy. Real quick, JL, I didn't know you had a channel. You want to put it in the chat so we all know? Did you know JL had
Yes,
a channel?
no, I didn't. Definitely want to support any channel like that,
Doing an opening of
any
a USA
community
Series
channels.
1 blister box. That's what's up. I'd love to tune in, so please put your channel in the chat so that we all can join. Yeah,
Then
so no, Fortnite's doing
yeah,
crazy. Fortnite's doing crazy. So I was playing, and like, so I don't know if y'all seen the update. So they've started to roll out the age stuff,
yeah,
and when you're selecting maps, it'll say like T for teen or E for everyone, and they're coming out with the racing game, and I think that's why they're pushing this now.
and
There's been
Legos.
a Yeah, there's been a lot of like pushback and people complaining, and what I love about Fortnite is it's not like they didn't know this.
Yeah,
Like they know that people are gonna like complain about things that they're doing, but they're looking so far ahead, and like this is a necessary step to reach
Mm-hmm.
the goals that they have.
Yeah.
So I think it's great that they're pushing it out now. Um, Although of course there's gonna be kickbacks, but I think it's gonna be great. Once because like eventually the OG is gonna die down. They got to do a new map.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, battle royale will die.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to for a couple of years probably,
Yeah.
but they're planning for that.
Mm-hmm.
So for us as Fortnite collectors, this is such a good thing that they're seeing past the current state. It's not like Modern Warfare, who's still doing the same games
Yeah.
every single year. They're planning for when this dies. So I'm happy with what they're doing.
Yeah. Actually, so it's actually I'm glad you brought this up, Warfighter, because this is Ash TVN actually did a video with Cypher PK on his Fortnite locker. And that was interesting because before I talked to Warfighter, I was actually doing a video on Cypher PK's locker, and I was, bridging the gap between that and the cards. Uh, but Ash TV, and I mean his Fortnite locker is insane. I believe you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's under. I think he only doesn't have like under 10 items in Fortnite like ever. It's something along that lines. Like it's pretty crazy. He has all the skins exclusive along that line. So it's definitely interesting. Hopefully we can do some content together. That would be amazing. Uh, but Warfighter definitely has a crazy locker as well. So it's a lot of crazy lockers out here. I'm not one of them. Mine's is just through time. Like I haven't been like super strategic with it. Like I haven't
Yeah.
purchased for those reasons. But when it's collections like that, it just shows you that collecting has always been a thing in Fortnite.
So and not just a thing in Fortnite. Like people need to remember. So I'm reading a book, guys, and it's the book is all about things that don't change.
Mm-hmm.
Like an entrepreneur book, but like it's talk about like focusing on things that don't change over time. So like I like to read a lot of like entrepreneurial books. My wife will joke because I don't read books about stories or anything like that. I'm not a
Yeah,
reader. But if it's like a
yeah.
book about business, about entrepreneurship, or about anything like that, I'm always reading it. Marketing, anything. And what this book had me thinking about is like what doesn't change, and the need to collect nostalgia hasn't
Mm-hmm.
changed. Collect in general, people have been collecting for a
Mm-hmm.
long time, and then it got me thinking like we're waiting for like Fortnite players to collect, and people are like, yeah, but they don't collect cards anymore and stuff like that. But that doesn't matter because as you grow up, like humans have a need to collect. They feel like they need to collect. My wife actually she collects bags, like
Mm-hmm.
those lounge fly bags. She likes
Mm-hmm.
to collect those. My daughter, she collects squishmallows.
Mm-hmm.
So people collect, right? And this being one of the biggest IPs to come out in the last decade and to keep going forward. I know we it just had me thinking about that, and it's like they're going to come once they get old enough. This is going to be one of the most important things in their lives, and they're going to end up collecting it in any way they can. So
Yeah.
even though we don't have that Pokemon card, like all kids are already collecting it,
Mm-hmm.
kids don't have to be collecting it now for it to be collectible in the future.
Yeah. And I think it's something that we always say, and I know everybody that has crazy lockers can attest to this. Each skin means something different to everybody. Like, you know what I mean? So when you see Aura, when I see Aura, we get different things register in our head. And I think the fact that that's the thing with Fortnite. So the fact that it's just a skin on a card, it means much more to us with it just being a skin on a card and it not being a TCG. I think that was the great move, and I think that's gonna make it for long term purposes when it comes to collecting. That's gonna make it thrive even more.
Yo, what's up, Ash TV? There you go.
Yep,
There's your link right there.
there it is.
Squishmallows. Yeah, JL and I were talking about Squishmallows not too long ago.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I mean, it's just a matter of time. Like Squishmallows is getting to everything, and
Hmm.
just like Pokemon, like how Pokemon can have all these different stuffed animals. If Squishmallows partners with Fortnite, I'm picking up Squishmallows.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'll be going after those
yeah.
um fast. What's up, Inglorious?
And Glorious, what's up? What's up? Maha, I appreciate that. We are trying to get as many unique interviews as possible. I think for THG in general, we're always trying to find a way to extend the hand to collectors that's like gaming collectors that's like us, that if we would have just knew a couple months earlier what would have happened. So we're trying to save them some of those moments where you feel like you missed out. If we can help them get into Fortnite collecting a year earlier than they probably would have, that I think we're doing our job.
Yeah, I think it's more about like bridging the gap. That's what we
Yeah,
want to do, right? It's
yeah.
like we're passionate about Fortnite. We're also passionate about collecting.
Hmm.
I mean, of course, we have all these other passions, right? Us,
Yeah.
us talking to Fortnite people, because eventually, if you're a big fan of Fortnite, when you get older, I feel like if you want to collect, you're going to collect Fortnite.
Yep.
And so, us doing that now, talking to different people, it helps to get it to their audience, and that's what's going to help spread it. So,
Hmm.
I think interviews is a great way, and Rob is going to be leading the interviews. He's great at it. He loves it.
Yeah.
We might do some like duo interviews
Yeah, we got some
at
dual
some point. But,
yeah.
Rob really kills it, so, I leave most of those interviews to him. He did all the editing for that, it looked
Yeah.
great. Um,
It's
he
it's
did a good
one
job.
in there. It's one in there that I reached out to that it has to be a dual interview. And you'll know why when I tell you who it is, but it has to be because it connects to so many things. But yeah, like we have a lot of content coming out consistently. We do drop exclusive content for our THG membership. So we're just trying to do as much as we can for sure.
And, yeah, for the if you guys are members, the new, exclusive content should be posted probably by tomorrow morning, probably posted tonight after the show.
Yeah.
So for those exclusive people, um, you'll receive an email saying that it's been posted.
Yes, for sure. So also, just to tie that Donald Mustard segment up, he did he did partner with Joe and Anthony, which is the Russo brothers. Uh Once again, me and Dylan was talking about this before. It's not technically surprising, but it's crazy that this is finally what we kind of expected would happen. We didn't think he was gonna lay low for too long.
See, this is crazy, right? Because like he was hanging out with the Russo brothers during the Fortnite stuff, and everyone's like, "Oh, there's gonna be a movie. There's gonna be a movie." And then he announced his retirement, and both Rob and I were like, "This guy's not retiring. He's too
Yeah.
young, right?" And for the fact for him to leave Fortnite, which is still growing massively, has so much work to be done on the story. It
Hmm.
has to be for something big, right?
Yeah.
He didn't just like burn out. It's not like I'm just gonna retire and go like play golf.
Hmm.
So this makes perfect sense that he joined them. Now I was thinking he's probably like consulting with
Hmm.
Epic Games. I don't think he just I like when you retire from a company, you no longer work there, but you can consult and provide like expertise and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I assume that he's joining them, but he will be consulting with Epic Games for a long time. And now they have a connection with
Hmm.
someone who makes great movies. It's gonna be interesting. I think this is a great thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
No.
think it's like at first we were worried,
Yeah.
but now
Yeah.
I feel like that we just got the best deal.
Yeah. Like to have that person be able to plant those seeds in their ears, whoever it is. I mean, you can't really get much stronger than the Russo brothers connection. So that's gonna be very interesting to see how that plays out. It also leans into what we really do feel. We don't know how it's gonna roll out, but I think Donald Mustard has an attachment to what he built story wise, especially because it's coming to a close, which we really didn't go in depth with. The
Mhm.
way they're closing the Donald Mustard era is pretty interesting. I have to give them credit for it because it was creative. It was creative. Like you
The
have
time
everything.
machine.
Yeah, you have the time machine. Everything's mixing up. So what we experienced the first time is going to be very different when it comes. What is it? December 3rd, December 2nd, December
December
3rd.
3rd. I
Yeah,
believe it's December 3rd.
yeah. So that live event is going to set everything array. But then they said that the Fortnite that we're gonna get, that's like kind of their words. The Fortnite that we're gonna get is completely different than anything we ever experienced. Don't know how I feel about that saying just yet. But I'm trusting the direction they're going in because they really haven't dropped the ball, even though I was worried. But I do like the direction.
I mean, it'd be interesting with like there is an end event,
Yeah.
I believe, right? They
Yep.
confirmed that.
Hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see like what they're doing. And like, is the 0 point actually going to go away? With Donovan
Right.
Mitchell leaving, like they could now that we're back in time.
Hmm.
Whatever happened with the black hole, we could accidentally change it, and the
That's what
whole
happened.
future of Fortnite's going to change. So like 0 point could be no more. Like we don't know what's going to happen, and
Hmm.
with them bringing in the racing and all this kinds of stuff, and them like all these E-rated games, I mean, it's kind of scary, but at the same time, it's kind of exciting to see what they do.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that so for us, I know for me and Dylan, this is like capping the Donald Mustard era of cards. So now we have to follow the storyline. Midas may not be who Midas was, Drift may not be who Drift was, and et cetera, et cetera. Is one of those things that is going to be interesting to see who's going to be at the forefront of where Fortnite goes next? Like who's going to be those first characters that come out of this new era?
We weren't planning to talk about this, but if they go back in time and they change something, anything that happens now that they change
Uh-huh.
could change the future, which would mean that the imagined doesn't die,
True.
right?
True. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I
If
hope?
you can hope because I think we both can agree I did not like that. I think she had the most personality.
Wait,
Um
she had the most face time in the whole comics.
yeah, yeah.
Like, really, would they really give her that much time and kill her off in, like, one series?
Mhm. Yeah, that's I
Maybe.
don't
I would have
know.
to ask JT, like, how often has a character just had, like, one set of books and then just dies off?
Yeah. Especially with a major transition like this. I'm pretty sure with be okay, so if you think about it, him being partnered with the Russo brothers, that was his like major connection while he was working for Fortnite, right?
Mhm.
It might be that what we were talking about, it seems that Donald Mustard is going to be that connection for Win. Uh Not connection because Win has already been in that arena, but it seems like that's going to be like their little partnership, or it could just be like a talking piece. Maybe he just run things past them.
You know, remember that Donald Mustard's wife said something? She did
Yeah,
that tweet, and we were
yeah.
trying to figure out what she's saying. I forget what it was,
For
but that
now or
was
something like that.
yeah, for now, like, obviously, this was all in the works,
Yeah,
and maybe they're doing this, and Donald Mustard will come back and be leading the Fortnite movie.
yeah.
If there ever is a Fortnite movie, they have to use the Russo brothers, and then they would have to use Donald Mustard because he's the one who, like, envisioned it all.
hmm Is it's kind of interesting because at first I thought that Donald Mustard was stepping down because they gave him the respect to step down based off of what was happening with the layoffs and stuff like
Mhm.
that. More than likely, he was the highest paid there, or at least close to it. But now I'm starting to think that he might have been naturally going in a different direction, and that's what it seems like now. Like that was the direction he's going in. But to your point, it might be for the bigger picture, and hopefully that's the case.
I mean, it's exciting either way.
Yeah,
So it's good news. I didn't know about the whole Russo brothers thing until Rob
yeah,
told me earlier today.
yeah,
So I'm excited. Um, you guys are over here talking about the card shows. This is
yeah.
something that we're passionate about.
Yeah.
There are no Fortnite like events like this for like
Mhm.
adults or like trading and stuff like that. We want to do one, or
Yes.
we want to do one every year. So
Mhm.
THG at some point wants to create that show, run it, so that everyone can come out and trade their cards and talk Fortnite. So
Mhm.
both gamers, streamers, and collectors
Yeah.
kind of mix that whole thing. Um, right now, I feel like the hobby's very small. I don't know
Yeah.
if we're ready to do that yet. That's why we're trying to build up the hobby and get it as big as possible.
Mhm.
Like so if you guys go to like FortniteCards.com, you'll see that we put up on here. Like we're kind of trying to track to see like how big the hobby is.
Mhm.
And like we're trying to use metrics like how many eBay sellers are there, our YouTube channel, all the other channels out there that we're looking at. So once we get to a certain number, I don't know what number that is, we do want to
Yeah.
do some kind of
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah. It's but here's just like a thought process that me and Dylan been going through. If the global championship is back in the States
Mhm.
next year, which we hopefully will find out at the beginning of the year, we it wouldn't be an event, but it would definitely be the proper get together that we can do connected to that, where we might make a lot of traction with letting people know about Fortnite cards when it comes to the gaming community. So little things like that. We're thinking of all those things. The global championship being in Denmark kind of threw us for a loophole. This
Yeah, we did not
like
expect
yeah,
that. We were
yeah,
expecting in the United
man.
States.
Listen,
But you know,
yeah.
that's a good way to jumpstart it, right? So like
Hmm.
if the next LAN event is like in North Carolina again,
Right. Hmm.
we could book something either like the day before or the day after.
Hmm.
So when everyone's in town,
Yep.
right, for the event, so that you're not coming just for this one. You're going to the FNCS and you get to go to the THG Fortnite Collector Con.
Hold on. So see, here's okay. Here's the thing. If we could do it where one of those banquet halls, in hotels, in any hotel you can think of,
Hmm.
if we had it, as you know, we went to one. Uh they have a hotel specifically for the gamers and the talents
Yep.
of the competition. If we book one there and have it. That might be some. So yeah, we got the
Yeah, we
wheels
can do
rolling.
that.
Yeah,
Shardex also saying Cleveland National only 8 months away.
yo.
But my thing is like we want to bring in all as many. I mean, I guess we're gonna bring in collectors too. Um,
Oh, I didn't tell you. We're having the event at Shard's house. So he's hosting in Cleveland. So he opened his doors to everybody in the Facebook group. I mean, he brought a mansion with Shards, so we're
what,
good.
what's the giveaway? What's the goodie
Yeah.
bags?
I would say his legendary
Mhm.
collection would probably
You're
suit.
just gonna split it out.
Yeah, yeah. I think that makes the most sense. So yeah, I have
I'm
it
all
right
for
there.
that. He said no big deal.
No
But yeah,
problem
I
at
mean,
all.
we could do that too. I don't
Hmm.
know what would be the biggest impact is like the card show or like the Fortnite event.
Hmm.
Because at THG we're both collector cards and we're Fortnite. So
Yeah,
we gotta start with one. We gotta do one
yeah,
event.
yeah. And I think that because I think one of those two will be easier. Like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, Jo. I forgot about that.
So the
There you go. There you
Epic
go. So
Games
JL got it.
headquarters in North Carolina. So like I feel like if they do another land event, it'll probably be in North Carolina again.
Hmm.
So maybe we can do a THG show in North
Hmm.
Carolina coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think that's a direction that we definitely can go in. So we'll see. Hope man, I just hope that it's in the states. It can go back and forth, but it just has to be in the
I,
states this year.
if it's out of the states again, I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to figure out
Yeah.
a way and go.
Yeah. It was one of those things. I think like I said, me, Black Ash and Dylan, we kind of wrote it off too quick. Like so he was like, "Oh no, Denmark is over." But we should have thought about it a little bit more. But yeah, if it's out of states next time, we definitely still got to go.
Yeah, depending on where, but I'm planning to go.
Yeah.
All right, it's
Yo, yeah, let's go ahead, bro.
you're going. I think your video is going a little slow. I'm not sure.
Slow,
I think you're
off.
fine now. Yeah, it
All
went
right,
off for a second.
all
All
right.
right, I'm gonna throw up the
Yes.
results for the draft if you guys are ready. Do we have any guesses on who won? I'm curious. And so before I show it, some people. So I know a lot. Not everyone understood exactly how we were going to tally up the points.
Yeah.
So being the most points does that necessarily mean that it's like the most rarest card? It just did better in this format.
Mm-hmm.
But we think that this format is going to create a lot of interesting ideas for people to
Yep.
go and look at for when they collect. All right, so we got all these people saying Jake won. I will tell you guys, it was very close.
It was. It
It was
was.
very close. So it was not just like, oh, this person won. I thought it was going to be like that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and show it up here. All right, we're gonna start off with Black Ash, and oh no, it did not put the totals up there.
It reset it.
All right, well, I have the other one up. I'm gonna put the other one up in a second, but let's
Yeah.
look. This is the one that has everything highlighted. So we'll tell you guys the winners after this.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. All right, so we went through each one and we picked out a couple of cards that had some interesting data to it, and we wanted to talk about them. You want to talk about Black Ash's Galaxy
Yeah.
card?
Yeah. So the Galaxy is a card that I talked about a couple different times, but I'm glad that he picked it because with it being the main prototype, main promo card for series one, I don't think it's as drastic as people make it when it comes to how many is graded. And the fact that the gem rate is not as high as people thought. I think this is a nice card to have. It's a great aesthetic card, but it's surprising to see that many was graded and it's only 34 gems.
Yeah, I mean, so I know a lot of people said the way that we did this that was really heavily rated towards promo cards, and that
Hmm.
wasn't intentional, but you guys were right. So the people who identified that and took advantage are kind of
Yep.
smart. But that just shows you that these are the most graded shards. But
Yeah.
you also have to take into account there are no hollows of these cards.
Hmm.
There are no base cards. There's only 121 Galaxy skins that we
Graded
know of
cards. Yep.
with graded, right? And most of the promo cards were sent to be graded because they sold as much as 11,000 for a complete set at one point.
Yeah.
So all these were being graded. I mean, Galaxy itself was selling like 5 figures
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
itself. So most of these are have been sent to be graded. There may be some more out there. Um, there's definitely more promo cards than other shards, but again, no hollows, no base makes these very like cards that people want. And like for
Yeah.
like series one, whew, we're
Yeah.
talking about Galaxy. We're talking about what do you call it? The gingerbread skin. I always forget his name. Mary Marauder.
Marauder. Yep.
There's a lot of like iconic skins in there. So
Rabbit Raider. As much as I dislike that skin, Rabbit Raider. I don't
the
dislike him no
next
more. I let it
the
go.
next one we want to talk about was Black Knight Hollow.
Yeah.
19 out of 175. I can
Right.
tell you from personal experience. I know a lot of you guys know this, but for the people who do not know this, I
Mm-hmm.
ripped thousands of fat packs, which is the best way to get a hollow.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get a hollow, the best way is to rip fat packs. And I personally ripped thousands.
Yeah.
Okay. There's many skins I never pulled.
Mm-hmm.
Never pulled a red knight, blah, blah, blah. I pulled one black knight hollow out of 1,000, not 1,000, thousands of fat packs.
Yeah.
Okay. So 19 tins. And at the time, it was like $5 a pack. Now, what are they like? Probably like $20 a fat pack. I don't know
Yeah.
what they are.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like
so
it's
this is
up there.
not going to go up this is not going to go up crazy amounts, guys. Um, I'm not a huge Black Knight. I have no Black Knights anymore. I sold all mine. I sold my
Mm-hmm.
Hollow to Black Ash for super cheap. Not something I'm collecting. But like if I find another one, if I pull another one, I'm probably gonna keep it, man. Because
Yeah.
19 out of 175 with like it being that hard to pull is kind of crazy.
Shout out to USPS. I'm gonna say it every
How
time.
many drift hollows did I pull? One
I
drift
put
hollow.
I put one as well, and I've
I
opened a
pulled
lot of fat
one.
packs as well.
Um, just one. I pulled 10 to 15. No, I'm not gonna say 15. I pulled like 5 to 10 Skull Troopers. And I know
That's
some people who
crazy.
didn't pull Skull Troopers. I was on a roll. Over here in Virginia, we were hitting up Skull Troopers at because I was hitting up all the five and belows, and then I did all the USA what's that store called? The eBay store, NOI packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
selling them in the bundles, so I bought those. So I got a lot of Skull Troopers.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I only pulled one. I wish I sold my drift. I wish I had kept it now. It's a pretty card.
A drift also cracked ice. I mean cracked ice. I'm doing what Dylan does. A drift crystal shower did sell for 4K over the weekend, which is pretty
The
crazy.
drift crystal shard is pretty.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks has had me thinking about hollows and optichromes way too much. I'm a pure cracked ice guy, crystal shard, cracked
Opties.
ice, and it's like at some point I'm going to be switching over to when cracked ice and crystal shards get out of my price range.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be picking up hollows, I'm sure, in optichromes, and they're going to be so expensive that I'm going to wish I didn't.
Yeah.
I wish I did this
100%.
earlier.
Yep.
But what can you do? You have to pick one, right? It's like
Yeah.
red pill or blue pill. All right, next you want to take on Oro Cracked
Yeah.
Ice because
Yeah.
this one
So
is insane.
this one is nuts. Oro having no gems after 31 graded. And to people that can attest that either has a raw Oro or has a PSA 9 Oro, they're legit PSA 9s or PSA 8s. Like to see I haven't seen a 10 or I haven't seen one that could have possibly be a 10. These cards really have some quality control damage on it. I'm
And like
interested to see
not
who
like
gets it
bad
first.
quality control, but
Yeah,
like it prevents it from a 10. The
right.
Series 2 set overall has like decent quality.
Hmm.
It's not, but like it's decent like nines across the board.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Strong
So,
nines. Strong
strong
nines.
nines, right? It's like
Yeah,
kind of sucks.
yeah, for sure.
Ice Queen is in that boat too.
Hmm.
Now, see, the thing with Ice Queen is I've always said this. I don't think she's that important.
Hmm.
But I'm like a usability guy
Hmm.
versus like she's married to the Ice King or she's his female counterpart.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um, but she did 3 out of 42. That's crazy. But
yeah.
with Oro being 0 out of 31, who are you taking?
Um, I'm taking me personally. I'm taking Oro, but that's bias. That's bias.
Ice
I would rather have Oro than Ice
Ice
Queen.
Queen?
But to be honest though, the fact that Ice King is in there and she is the female counterpart for a few, like, so if I was to have Ice Queen, it would be for somebody else eventually, right? If that makes
Yeah.
sense. I would probably go with Ice Queen in that instance because it pairs those together and it's obviously hard to gem. So That one's subjective, but if I had to pick, I would go with Oral.
So you said it's because Ice Queen is the counterpart of Ice King, who's important to the story.
Yeah,
I think Midas is heavily important to the future story,
good
and
point.
Oro is definitely connected to Midas.
Good
So
point.
I think he shares with that. So I too say Oro. I'm not
Yeah.
touching Ice Queen. I know a lot of people will. I have 3 out of 42. I do not blame you. Um,
No, that's a card based off of that. That makes it a card for sure. It
yeah,
makes it a
and
card to
like if
choose.
you have Ice King, you have Ice Queen behind it. Like you
Yeah,
have them together. Like that's
yeah,
a complete set. So I
yeah,
get that too. That's kind of dope. And they're both blue. I mean,
yeah.
you put Oro with Midas, it's not as sexy as like Ice Queen and Ice King, but I'm still going Oro.
You know what I just noticed as well from you saying that. So Midas has that where most of the cards that's connected to Midas has a yellow background, right? But
Mhm.
so does Ice King. Ice King has that because the whole battle pass is pretty much blue
Yep.
besides Zenith. So you can create some pretty dope
Yeah,
combinations
you
with
can.
that. You know,
You want like
that's
links and
interesting.
all them.
Yep,
Yeah, that's
links.
true.
Yeah,
So I mean,
onesie.
funny enough, links is up next, and I have 3 or 4 links. I have 0 10s,
Yeah,
and now I know why.
yeah.
Okay, I only have nines. Now I have 1 8, and so
Yep.
like I like links a lot. It used to be the superhero before the superheroes. This was the competitive skin.
Yeah.
Sleek. You could wear all black, not be seen.
Yep.
So 3 out of 34. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This is a
That's
popular skin. I don't know where she is on the Fortnite.gg list,
yeah.
but I'm pretty sure she's at least top 80, at least.
Yeah, I think that's the proper number. She's definitely top 80. And I'm gonna check
Of
while
all
you're
time,
yeah.
of all the skins ever created, she's top
Mhm.
80. And you can look it up, but like
Yep.
only 3 10s out of that, it's crazy. You talk to like any Fortnite gamer, I don't want
Hmm.
to say any, but most, no links. They know who that skin is. We all know about Kuno and Cockdice, so we didn't outline that one, but that one's crazy too. We did want to talk about Blue Squire. I'm a huge Blue Squire. I used to have one, and I traded it for my total team leader.
Yeah.
I want one again. I didn't realize there's only 3 10s. And
Yep.
like I'm sure that Shardnog knows something about this because he's going after so many high level cards. I
Yeah.
mean, that's crazy. 3 out of 16 for Blue Squire. Um, I'm afraid I might not get one at that point. I mean, people trying to grade one. Um, so that's just some crazy numbers
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
shout out to JT. He said he has one of the links.
Dang,
Oh,
that's what's
dang,
up,
Colton.
JT.
Look what
You
Colton
traded
said,
that
bro.
Blue Squire, Colton? Dang, you were my
Yikes.
own. Colton was my only link to ever try to get it back. Now I'm gonna have to like really search hard. Yeah, good luck, Colton. I can't believe you traded that away. Oh, that was a hard trade for me.
Yeah. Jose said Series 2 cards are really hard to get in perfect gem mint 10 condition for sure. 100%.
And so, just so you guys know, based on like the usage on my website, FortniteCards.com, I can see like how many people see each checklist,
Hmm.
right? And Series 1 gets the most visits, then it's
Hmm.
Series 3, and then it's Series 2 by a large margin. Okay.
Hmm.
And now Reloaded has upticked a lot, but it's still in that order. And Series 2 is way down in search, even compared to Series 3. And with the low gem rates and how important some of these skins are, that's kind of crazy. I'll just leave it there.
For
It's kind of
for
crazy.
for Series 2 to naturally be a middle child is kind of funny. Like
Yeah,
it's like
it's a great.
naturally.
I think Series 2 looks better. I was the biggest hater. If you guys go back to our first
Oh yeah.
episodes,
Oh yeah.
if you guys go back to our first episodes, I'm probably shitting all over Series 2.
Yep. Yep.
Most definitely. But it's grown on me a lot. Just like Reload is going to grow on everybody else in the next 5 to 10 years, Series 2 has grown on me a lot.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Shar said, as of hours ago, Buccaneer is now pot three. That's dope. The Buccaneer cracked ice. That's
Oh, for
crazy.
real?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Sorry. I did that earlier today. Um, oh well. Um, so Midas Laser, I'll let you take
Yeah,
this.
Midas.
Famous pick this one.
I'm gonna give y'all some inside scoop. Dylan Loki be hating on Midas,
I'm
y'all.
not
So y'all need to get it.
hating on.
Y'all
Okay.
listen. Dylan be hating on Midas. I'm just letting y'all know that. I'm just letting y'all know he be hating. But we gonna
Midas
let
is a great skin and a great card. I'm not trying
Midas
to hate.
Laser. My bad. My bad. Midas Laser. He be hating
No,
on the
Midas
Midas
Laser is a
Laser.
great card too. All right, before he
Nah,
talks, guys,
nah.
I'm gonna interrupt. All I said to him was like Midas Laser is 6 out of 46, but Ghoul Trooper Hollow is 6 out of 70. I'm biased. I like Ghoul Trooper a lot, but
Yeah.
like number wise, Ghoul Trooper looks kind of cool. I'm just
No,
saying.
for
That's all.
sure.
That's all I
But
was saying.
he's putting the sauce on it, but I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let it slide. I feel you. But anyway, yeah, the Midas laser. This is one of the ones. If you go back to when Series 3 first dropped, after I think it was like 3 weeks in, I noticed that it was something interesting going on with the laser, specifically Midas, and it stayed that way. 6 out of 46 is pretty crazy. And on top of that, I want to add one thing for any new viewers. Those six, not all of them have the aesthetic that you would expect. Some of
Yeah.
them have the line across the left side. So the Midas laser is just big for
So
me.
yeah, some of the PSA 10s still have the line on it. All right. So like if you're looking for a gem Midas laser that has no print line on it, it's much
Yeah,
lower than 6. I don't know what the exact number is, but it might be 1 or 2.
yeah, yeah. No, no, Mahai, you gotta clarify that. THG does not hate Midas laser. Dylan hates Midas laser.
I don't
Rob,
hate Midas laser. I
Rob-
really don't.
no, no, he doesn't. He doesn't.
I do not hate it. I think it's a
But
great card. I Whenever we talk about this, it's more about comparison, right?
yeah,
And I don't think any of us technically know what's going to be most collected in 5 to 10 years, parallel wise.
yeah,
Because like people's tastes change over time, and like when you're in the moment, it's hard to see. But in like
hmm
5 to 10 years, we'll really know.
yeah.
And I think laser ray really could. It really could be crazy, crazy good, or it could not. It could just be cracked ice. Um,
Yeah, this I'm not gonna lie, it's not too many cards outside of series one that makes me uncomfortable not having it. The Midas Laser 10 is one of those. Like I actually want
I
that in
don't
my
have
collection.
any Midas yet. I had an
Yeah,
Optichrome and it
yeah,
10. And when I say this Optichrome was a BGS pristine candidate,
uh-huh.
I should go back and tell whoever I sold it to. I mean, it was the cleanest card I have ever seen.
Yeah,
And I was like, this is a BGS pristine, but I don't submit to BGS. So I submitted a PSA and it easily 10. I wasn't even worried
yeah,
about it. I sold it though and I probably should have kept it because I don't have any Midases yet.
yeah,
Eventually I will get to it, but not yet.
yeah. I feel that. I feel that. Okay,
I already
go with the Dynamo. What you feel?
So Dynamo is crazy. I mean, so
Yeah.
some not all of these with our point system, not all of these got the
hmm
most points.
hmm
Because like Dynamo Hollow, we divided by 3 for being a hollow,
Yeah,
but 1 out of 37 is crazy.
yeah,
And
for sure.
Dynamo is a crazy skin. If you look up Fortnite.gg this OG season, I bet you there was an uptick with Dynamo.
It
I
was.
bet you so many people felt nostalgic and picked
Mhm.
up that skin. I
It
guarantee it.
and if we're being honest, if in my personal opinion, I don't have any Dynamo cards. I feel that Dynamo is underrated in general. I'm not saying undervalued. I'm saying underrated. It's just like Dylan just said. It's one of those things that is is hard to accept because she's not the best looking skin, but she is a very loved and used skin. It's just what
And
it
you're
is.
coming to Fortnite cards from another hobby. So
Yeah,
not all of us are gamers. So if you're coming from sports or if you're coming from Pokemon, you may see this skin and be like, that's the ugliest skin. I'm gonna sell that one for $50.
yeah,
That's a mistake. I don't like this skin. I'm gonna be very clear. I do not like Dynamo.
yeah.
But Dynamo is a great skin because there's many people out there that do. All
hmm
right. And
Million.
it was definitely a time. So 1 out of 37 for the hollows, PSA 10 is crazy.
Yeah, 100.
Ghoul
percent
Trooper, we already talked about kind of with the Midas
hmm
thing. I just think 6 out of 70 is crazy for a Series 1 card. I mean, it's no Dynamo, but still, it's 6.
hmm
So I think that's pretty crazy. Now, we get to what I wanted to talk about, guys. We have a new PSA 10 Renegade Raider. It has finally been hit. It's in my collect. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have it. Somebody hit it. I don't know
Yeah,
who.
we gotta.
Somebody
Yeah,
hit it. I think Rob may have an inkling. I'm not sure.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
looks like he's smiling over there.
We got a little
Renegade
surprise for y'all.
Raider. Renegade Raider has two PSA 10s now, 96 graded.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
So before we go on, we got to hit Shard up. So Shard, actually Richard and I, we had this. We were surprised Shogun wasn't picked, and I only knew about Shogun because of Shard. But no, not the base was not picked up on this one. That was a miss for sure.
Please tell me something. So what is Shogun's total subs?
It's ridiculous. I'll get the
It's
exact number while
ridiculous.
you while you continue.
Yeah, Ash, they're very hard to get in good condition. You think you have one in good condition, it for it to 10, there's like these like just the details on it. It's
Yeah.
very hard. So whoever sent this in, must like because I've been watching this. They didn't send in 20.
Yeah.
Whoever got this knew they had a 10 because like I was watching the pop report. It was at like 94 graded, or 95, and then a 10 popped up. So this person knew. They sent in one card and they
Yeah.
knew. Um, I graded the first PSA 10 and I sold it. I'm afraid I might never get it again. I have a 9.5 SGC, so I'm happy, but I'm happy for whoever got the 10. Congratulations. I don't know
Yeah.
if they're gonna sell it, keep it, or what, but still congratulations.
That's
Manic.
man, and then this one. So Manic is a major one. We like to tie the game to everything. First of all, Manic's a great card for series two, even without the game aspect of it. But two people have claimed this skin over time. The major one being Cypher PK, and then you also have Scoped. So you have the professional, and then you have the content creator, and you just
Mhm.
mix those two. Manic's definitely a card. The fact that she's 2 out of 20 is pretty crazy. I sent one in. I got a PSA 9.
Like
I thought it
we're
was a 10,
talking
but it
millions
wasn't.
of people play with Manic. Millions,
Yeah.
okay? Millions of people play with Manic, and it's two gems.
Yeah.
And I've subbed some of these,
Mm-hmm.
and I bought some nines, and I have yet had the chance to buy a 10. And
Yeah.
this is why.
Yeah.
So I don't have any more right now. But I'm gonna get one again because I love the green version.
Yeah. No, I got my Cypher PK one. That's about it.
We got another USA hollow foil.
Yeah.
Series one guys, like we have not been paying attention to Series one hollows.
Mm-hmm.
Cracked dice have been so cheap that we've been skipping on these. There's only 8 Skull Ranger hollow eights. I mean tens. Only 8 of them.
Yeah.
That's low. That's
Yeah. That's
crazy.
super low.
I've been sleeping on the hollows. I have to admit. All right, let's
It's
get
one.
Inky. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's one of those things that's hard to balance. Like you have like this focus, and it's hard to focus on all of them at the same time. And then stuff like this happen. That's where all the opportunity lies.
So Inky Bruh picked Midas cracked ice, and like I said, we're not hating on Midas. We highlighted another Midas. 157 were graded.
Hmm.
That's a crazy amount. And what are they still going for?
I'm not sure. I haven't checked them. I know a couple have sold. Let us know in the chat what these are going for now.
I mean, this is like the highest graded non-promo cracked ice card.
Hmm.
There's no other cracked ice that has been graded more that isn't a promo card.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, that just says there's demand for Midas. Everybody wanted to get them graded. There was a lot of build up for them. So 94,
Yeah.
is still very low if that's how popular he's going to be. And I think it's
Hmm.
very possible that Midas is up there with popularity with Black Knight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's
I'm not
it's
talking about like the card. I'm just talking about like now
yeah.
the values are gonna be different, but like the demand for Midas is gonna be up there. It's gonna be talked
Yeah.
about like Black Knight's being talked about.
It's one of those things that you have it for each one.
Yep.
Especially like I think me personally, it will be like the Black Knight. Obviously, Black Knight Pillar, you can go with that. But just if we go at one, it's like Black
Black
Knight
Knight.
or Midas, and then if you go Reloaded, obviously Renegade. Those is like those ones that's at the top of there. But you can debatably put Ice King there as well. So that's interesting too. But it's
Yeah, and
seriously
I
it's
was
just so
just
slept on.
for me, series two, way back in the beginning, there was never like a chase card,
Hmm.
right? Series three has it with Midas.
Yep.
Series one had it with at first Skull Trooper, then Black Knight. Now Peely is like coming to like full force, right?
Mhm.
So we came on like there was no series two, like no one knew how to approach series two,
Yeah.
and that's because series two was very different. It wasn't like a top tier skin that was
Yeah.
like the main one, right? People were thinking maybe Ultimate Knight, which was just kind of a copy of Black Knight. People were talking about Ice King, which was like it's a king, it's knight, maybe that's the one, right?
Yep.
Um, so but then like we were talking about Aura and that popped off because of popularity. So
Hmm.
still it may still be up in the air which one. I'm 100% biased,
Yeah.
but with Aura being the most popular or most used skin ever
Hmm.
is why I think that she is the series 2.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not clear like series 1 and series 3.
Yeah, I think it's to your point because I like Ice King and Aura a whole lot. So those ones, whatever one ends up there is just dope to me. But I think the beauty of it is like Black Knight, you have like the OG aspect to it, and then like you can put Pilly like right there. You have the meme aspect, and then series two you have the sweat, and then you have a little bit of storyline Ice King, but he's kind of tied to also the best season. That's where I think Ice King really wins for me when it comes to game sense because season 7 was so great that I think a lot of people are connected to that skin. Then you go to season 3, Midas is just Midas. Then you go to Reloaded, Renegade. Once again, it's just Renegade. It's just kind of how
Yeah,
those things work.
yeah. Renegade's on a whole nother level. Could you imagine
Yeah,
Series One Renegade? We're not gonna get into it.
yeah,
That would
not
be crazy.
that.
Now,
Yeah,
Series OG Fortnite, there's a Renegade Lynx mixture, guys, and
skin is
y'all know I'm a
fire.
big fan of Renegade and Lynx.
Skin is
So I've been
fire.
rocking that skin. If you guys watch our YouTube shorts, um, there's even a Blaze alternate. Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Did you see the Did you see the crew pass skin that's for December?
No, I haven't.
Bro, that joint is crazy. So I'm just gonna let y'all know didn't get the picture loaded, but that might end up being the top 5 skin for me. So that's
And now
yeah.
I gotta go look.
Yeah, nah, it's because it has the Skeletara, it has the skull, the Skull Ranger Gold.
Hmm.
You know how and they it has that style. It's a dope skin. I can't wait to see what else comes out. It seems like they really been hitting the nail on the head when it comes to
Mile High
skins.
is officially banned from the stream, and I'm gonna get our security to walk you off the stage, Mile High.
Yo.
Um, Auto Queen may be a great skin for some people, but it's not beating Aura. I'm sorry, it's
Let
not.
me ask you this: where does this OG pass? Obviously, it's not a full battle pass, right? But
Mhm.
where does the OG pass fall for you when it comes to complete battle pass, as in how good the skins are?
Like if I rate it 1 to 10 or what? Like how am I
Like if you
comparing
rate
it?
it like a light rating compared to like other battle passes recently, like so not obviously chapter 1 is a whole different thing, but like like those season 3 with
So
the Spider-Man and all of that
I'm
stuff.
one of the people who always like enjoys the battle passes. I think they always do a good job. I think people hate a little bit too much for the value they're getting. Um, but with that said, I think this is much better. And I'll say the reasoning is because this battle pass was all about their creativity of the OG skins and stuff, and it's like authentic, right? It
Yeah.
felt like OG Fortnite. It really did. It felt like these are their IPs that they're working with, and they're not
Hmm.
relying on like a third party Marvel integration as the top skin or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, so I think this one is definitely up there as I mean, there's only really one skin that I really like from it, and it's the Lynx one. But
Hmm.
like they have the Peely,
Yeah.
and then they have the Ragnarok, and I
Hmm.
think that this hits all the bases for a lot of people. So I
Yep.
think it's a top tier battle pass.
Agreed. That Renegade Links though, that is a home run and then some. That was a perfect
It's
skin.
the best Renegade they've
Yeah.
done since Renegade.
Yes. Second for me would be Skeletara. I really like the
Oh,
Skeletara
I
one.
did like
Yeah.
So I like Skeletor, especially in like all the pictures and the loading screens. But then using her, she fell off to me. I
Hmm.
don't know why, but
Yeah.
usability wise, it wasn't there for me. It was like maybe too much.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened with this one for me yet.
Yeah.
But like usability wise, the Skeletor was dope though,
I might
especially in the
I'm
loading screen.
I might be tripping too because Blaze is iconic.
Oh Blaze,
Yeah,
oh
yeah, yeah,
Blaze,
yeah. I might
I
be
might be
tripping.
tripping.
Yeah. We'll wait.
Blaze.
We'll wait. I don't know. That's
No,
hard.
but there's
That's
a
tough.
Blaze version of this, and this is better.
That's true. That's a
But
win.
Blaze is pretty dope. Yeah, she's up there. A Blaze,
Yeah.
like we've been talking about this, a Series 4 Blaze card. I'm going for it. It's gonna be my favorite red card of all time.
Yeah. This is so Shar
This is
brings a
guaranteed. This is guaranteed.
yeah, no, it's Shar. I actually it's not close.
It's not close.
Renegade, yeah, Renegade would but BK definitely will be second still, but Renegade is just that's a
It
different
it would
stratosphere
not
of a
be close.
skin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like that orange. If it had like cracked ice, like Lux, I mean, I'm
yeah.
telling you, it would be sick.
Yeah, no, I feel you, Shard. I know that's what you was getting at. It's for people that don't know though, what Shard was getting at, people may not expect that it would not be close at all, but it really wouldn't be. It would be Renegade and then everything else pretty much the way BK is. I mean, some people could I guess it's debatable with BK and Pilly how close that gap could be, but Renegade would be in its own stratosphere.
Is there 5 series ones gonna not blow out the water? I don't think.
Nah, it's not that many.
I don't think there's any card in there that blows them out the water. There may be 5 that you could compete with, like, you could, like, argue.
Yeah.
I think that's very fair. But no, blow out the water. Renegade would just be
Yeah,
different.
great question, Ash.
Oh, Ash, man, coming
Yes,
with the fire. Oh,
this is yeah. I'll let you take it first. Go ahead first. Go
so
first.
I played this season and I want this skin. I do not have it.
Yeah,
I also do not have the shard, and I want the shard really badly. I think it's a beautiful card. I think it's super underrated. um, it does not get as much fanfare as it used to. Would you agree?
Mhm.
And I don't know how it's performing with the OG season.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there are some Marvel Fortnite covers that have her on there. Like one of the first Fortnite covers had Sparkle Specialist, I believe, with the big with the car,
Yeah, it was with the,
the
it was with
ATK.
the Galaxy, Guardians of Galaxy,
Bingo. And I have it
yeah,
over there. I can pull it up if you want.
yeah,
I think that's a great card. I think it's super underrated. I don't know
no,
what the pop is.
yeah.
I might need to look up the pop.
Sparkle
Um,
Sparkle Specialist is a card that that
it's OG,
it's
man.
a perfect card. It's one of those ones that I think get overlooked a lot, especially because she was used so much during that era, and I think eventually some people may have forgotten about her, but card relevance, she still has a long ways to go till people realize.
I was really hoping they redid her skin, but they did her in season X. I hated the one they did in season X.
Yep.
Um, why is that not popping? Oh, there it goes, loading. Um, there's only 5 tens of Sparkle Specialist, but there's only 13 graded, which means there's probably a bunch out there that have not been graded. Not a bunch, but a
Right.
good amount there that are raw. Um,
Yeah.
so that's one I like. I like that where it fits within like the tiers. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Right. Right. Where it should and where it does is two different things.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like the Allen Iverson effect, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Allen Iverson's cards weren't doing that great right before COVID compared to some of
Mhm.
the other big ones. And he's
Mhm.
known around the world. He has lots of fans.
Yeah.
Right? But it's just some cards are not going to pop as much price wise. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know if that fits for Sparkle Specialist, but it is one I think personally is underrated. Not
Yeah.
investment advice though.
Yeah. For sure. This did we touch on YouTuber?
We did not talk about YouTuber. I mean, this I don't know. There's too much to talk about YouTuber. It's a Hollow. I would
Mhm.
say that like 32 of a Series 2 Hollow being subbed shows a lot of interest in that
Mhm.
card.
Yep.
I don't get the interest as like from the game point of view. I don't know if you can speak on that. I know it's like
Uh,
a Skull
I
Trooper
yeah,
counterpart, but
I think it was a Skull Trooper connection more than anything.
mhm.
It is a dope Christmas skin though, but I think it was a Skull Trooper connection.
Yeah, I wonder if because Skull. So we were talking about Black Knight and like who blows him out of the water. Skull Trooper, I believe, was sought after first before Black
Mhm.
Knight,
Yes.
and so like I think maybe that made people want to go after the Yule Trooper version
Mhm.
when Series 2 came out. That might be why there's so many subbed.
Well, if y'all go back, y'all would see that a strong argument I had very early on was Pilly versus Skull Trooper. I was
Okay,
very
I
big
just
on
realized that
yeah,
that makes sense.
I was very big on Skull Trooper. If Skull Trooper didn't get re-released, it would have been a whole different conversation. If you look back, you can even see some clips when Skull Trooper re-released. A lot of people were pissed off because that was their skin. I mean, obviously Myth was known for Skull Trooper and things like that, but him being re-released and obviously being a shop skin kind of changed the narrative of that skin.
Yo, you can't say it enough, Phantom. He did an amazing job.
Thank you, I
We already
appreciate
talked
that,
about it.
Smart.
He got lots of praise for it. He did an amazing job
Thank you, I
with
appreciate
the
that.
editing and the whole interview. So shout out to Rob for that. Do want to talk about Shardnock's comment here.
Mhm,
Um, I think the future generation, everyone's a gamer. So
mhm,
like when you say like unless gamers aren't card collectors, that's saying the future there are no card collectors. Like
mhm,
it's not like it was 20, 30 years ago. Like every adult in the future, like 10 to 20 years, is going to pretty much be somewhat of a gamer.
mhm.
Even my wife, who does not she plays Animal Crossing. So like this generation was built up on games. So like there's going to be collectors in the future. That hasn't changed in centuries,
Yeah.
right? So I think the gamers will be collectors at some point. It's just human nature. That's
Uh,
just my opinion.
no, yeah, I would go as far to say for this, the major thing is that we've talked about it all the time. Everybody, it was not marketed. It never the getting getting them to understand they exist is the whole thing. Now if they turn them down and say they're not card collectors over time, that's a whole different conversation. Like if it's like, yeah, that's not of interest to me, I can live with that. As of right now, my gut feeling, Rob, me, is that there's so many collectors that have no idea that these exist. When this becomes more known, I think that's when the conversation really becomes a conversation. Until then, it's just hard to tell.
I also don't think it's about collecting tangible cards. Like it's not
Hmm.
the cards thing. The only way to collect aura, like if you're an
Hmm.
aura fan, the only way to collect her is the card. There's not any other tangible collectible out there for aura. So like
Hmm.
you're gonna find people who are reminiscent. They see something their favorite skin from, and they feel nostalgic. They're gonna go out and like start. Then they'll find the whole world of Fortnite cards and then get into it. They don't have to like just be collecting cards. They can fall into it.
Right.
I think it's human nature to want to collect things,
Hmm.
and there being no collectibles out there for all these characters. I mean, they're starting to do like toys and action figures and stuff, but like collectibles, there's no Aura Funko Pop. There's only like
Hmm.
20 Funko Pops.
Yeah.
There's more than
And
that. I'm lying, but like,
yeah,
but
I got what
just,
you meant. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, you get what I'm saying. So, and I've seen this. Like, when I 2, 3 years ago in Reddit when I was posting about Fortnite cards, someone says, "What they have this? Do they have Bullseye?" I
Hmm.
can't find Bullseye anywhere, and I just wanted a physical item of Bullseye. That's literally verbatim what they said. I
Yeah.
said they do. They actually have a cracked dice card, and I sent them a picture.
Yeah.
That same
And
thing is gonna happen.
it's
Like,
and before I get into Ash comment to what Dylan just said was really important because that's kind of what's going to happen. To be honest, if people thought that like if they wanted us their skin tangibly, more the possibility of their skin coming out in an action figure or anything like that is slim to none. The only way you'll be able to get physical is from the cards more than likely, especially when you go down the list. Like for instance, my favorite skin is Lux. The chances of Lux having an action figure probably not happening. But now I have the opportunity to have that in my collection because it is wide scale. It's just that I don't think a lot of collectors know about it yet. Gamers, I should say.
if you guys don't know about Animal Crossing amiibo cards, this was my wife is big. During COVID, we played Animal Crossing together, right? And
Mhm.
everyone was looking for these cards, and they were sold out everywhere. You could not find them. My thing
Yeah.
with Animal Crossing is they had something special, and they promised all these updates,
Hmm.
and then they like never delivered.
Yeah.
Like they're not getting all the updates and stuff like that. But with that said, it was definitely a COVID vibe, Animal Crossing and the Amiibo cards. So like I could see people collecting those at some point. We had a whole binder full of them.
Yeah. This for sure. This I want to go to this one real quick. Ash said, when in-game collectors have almost everything, they will perhaps want to keep collecting Fortnite, but have no other option but to migrate to physical items. And I definitely think that's going to be a part of it as well, or it's an extension of your locker. I think that's my favorite way of thinking about the extension of your locker. Like, I don't think every Fortnite gamer is going to have as an extensive collecting experience as most of us, but I do think having some of them to have on display with their gaming setup in their backgrounds, things like that. I think that is a major possibility.
Yeah, and I also think like it's the thing over time, right? So
Yeah.
like I'm not expecting it to be like gamers get into it and then they talk about it and then it like gets all this hype and it goes viral. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about that. And it doesn't have we had 44 million players in one day. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the long term. Like collecting cards is a long-term hobby.
Hmm.
It can be a lifetime hobby.
Yeah.
So like in 5 to 10 years, like more people are gonna come, more people are gonna come, more people are gonna come as they get away from gaming and then feel nostalgic and they have their own houses and they want to buy stuff. That's how
Yeah.
it works, right? So like when I say like gamers get into it, I don't mean when they're gamers. Like
Yeah.
may not be gamers forever, but
Hmm.
like they played games when they were kids, and when they get old enough to buy money, they may get into some cards and buy stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Good night, Inky. Appreciate you, bro. And that was a great point. I think the true factor of it is like you said, I think it's a long-term thing as well. I don't think that it's not intrinsically gonna be, oh, they're gonna come in like let's say 5 years. I think it's gonna be a trickle effect. It's gonna be these compound things, but I do think once they know about them, like I'm gonna just go back to the point I just said a little bit ago. I think it's more so the gamers finding out these even exist. That's where I'll kind of leave it. Finding out they even exist. If they turn them down from there, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
But until that, and that's a 10 to 20 year window, maybe. We just don't know. But I guess we'll find out as time goes on.
You also got to think about like in sales, right?
Hmm.
It's that first touch.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah,
nothing. Guys, I saw Fortnite cards in 7-Eleven. Opened a pack, didn't touch them again for like few months. And then I saw
yeah.
them in the store, I tried them again and I was hooked. Right? So
Yep.
like it's gonna take multiple touches, which
And
means for multiple people will be a long term thing.
And
Let's try to get through this because it's already
yeah,
11:05. We'll make sure
yeah,
we get through this. You want to take this. So, if you don't know, it is extremely hard to
hmm,
find the PSA pop report for the Series 2 promo cards.
yeah,
Um, that is like what gave Get Hype a huge advantage here because he got 19 gems out of 177 graded.
crazy,
Man, what do you think about that?
crazy. So, matter of fact, if Ash is still in here, he can attest to this. I even seen it in his video. Um, Dante has not been re-released, not re-released. He hasn't been back in the item shop for at least, I believe, a couple years now. Uh, so it's one of those things where Dante in general doesn't get a lot of love, but the fact that this number looks like this and the fact that that it has a story to it. It's a part of Series 2 promo set, but it's a part of it's a part of I came with Series 2 promo set, but it's a part of
Part of
Series 1.
Series 1.
Yeah, it's promo set. It's the number 10, it's P10. That's an amazing story within itself as time goes on. The fact that the numbers look like this is pretty crazy.
It's kind of crazy that they actually have it in the Series 2 pop report because on the back it has the same date
Yeah.
as the previous year cards.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
that's kind of crazy. I mean, it did release with Series 2, but it's just kind of interesting how they decided that.
This is exactly what I've referenced this a couple times before. If you're new in here, yeah, just figure out who Ash TVN is when you see his collect his locker collection. His knowledge on rarity of skins and stuff like that is ridiculous. But Dante is definitely one of those where I think Dylan brought it up before. We don't know if it was because he wasn't purchased a lot when he first came out. We don't know what the case
Yeah.
is, but when these things happen, people end up wanting them. It's
We
just
don't
how it
know
goes.
what the decision was for them not to release him again.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely rare. And like 19 gems, pretty crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Black Knight Hollow Italy. See, Rob and I were talking about this. There's
Yeah,
only 10. I mean, there's only 2 gems of the Italy. Of
yeah.
course, how important is that going to be if you just want a Black Knight Hollow 10? Are you
Mhm,
going to care if it's Italy? Are you going to care if it's USA? I know everyone has their opinions. We won't really know until the future.
mhm.
But it is crazy that there's only 2 Italy 10s,
Yeah.
regardless of what happens. Out of
The
almost 50,
yeah.
that's
The
that's, that's insane.
the scarcity for Italy and Brazil over time is I mean, people have been talking about this forever, but the scarcity between Italy and Brazil over time is going to become very important as it goes on. I'm interested to see how that narrative plays out. It's probably an argument once a week in a Facebook group over these things, but it's healthy.
All right, and then we get the freaking Peely base. I
Ooh.
mean, talk about that, man. 433 graded. You cannot deny. I don't think those were all Wayne. I could be
No, no,
wrong,
no, no. I don't
but those
think so.
could. No, I don't think those are all Wayne.
Mm-mm.
Um, the more I think about it, it's like, man, I should have stashed some Peely hollows and shards when I
Yeah,
had the chance. As someone who collects just purely on what I wanted to collect, is like I just kind of avoided the banana. But
yeah,
man, it's I think Peely is going to be a household name. And if you already look at these numbers with how small the hobby is, that's crazy.
yeah,
Of course, it's doing like a 50% gem rate. Now, if you compare that to the Black Knight base,
yeah.
it's doing a little bit more, but like, what is that, like a fourth
It's crazy. It's crazy.
or a third? It's doing a third less gems. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
No, that
So
is
the
pretty
Black Knight
insane.
base USA has dropped in price. So when I was ripping the fat packs, like 2019, 2020, I think it was 2020,
Mhm.
hard to remember, they were selling for $650 raw, the
Mhm.
Black Knight base. I think they're going for like 100 to 150 now.
Yeah.
There's only 86 tens, 500 graded.
Yep.
These things are drying up.
Mhm.
Like it's been like how many people were ripping fat packs
Yep.
to try to pull this. Like I mean, thousands and thousands
Thousand.
of packs were being ripped, and only 86 gems. We're not going to double this number.
No.
I don't think this number is going to double. I could be
You
wrong, but I don't think it's going to double.
you know how we just started fanboying everybody when I'm saying this over Fortnite OG coming back and how we get to relive those experiences, right?
Hmm.
what I would do for NOI package to pop back up at my doorstep in that brown box with all of those packs in them, man.
Oh
That
my
that
gosh, it
was
was so much
bro,
fun.
that was an era. It's just
Dude, ripping
unexplainable.
that box, it was just
Yeah, bro.
packs. It was
It
a
was
giant box filled with packs.
packs.
Oh my
It,
gosh, I haven't ripped like that in so long. And you know, the
bro.
fat packs were so much more fun to rip than
Yes.
Series 2. No
Yep.
offense. I'm just saying the Series 1 fat packs were so much more fun to rip because hollows were so freaking rare
Yo.
that it was just different.
You had all those cards, and then you just see that hollow just shine through, and it's just like it was just crazy. It was crazy. Once again, there's new people in here, so I have to tell my experience because it was just that insane. The first NOI packs I've ever purchased, I pulled a BK hollow and base. So in my head, I thought that I was gonna do this continuously. It never happened again. I pulled one more base after that, but hollow, I never pulled another hollow again. And it's just crazy to have those experiences with the NOI packs.
Do you think Fishstick would have been better if they used his default style, not the pirate one? Um, so the thing with Fishsticks, I think, is that people quickly the I don't know how much you know Ashton, but like most of the collectors here came from other hobbies,
Hmm.
right? So they're using their visual cues and
Yeah.
like what they think would work. That's why like Ultimate Knight was selling for 1,600 when everyone who plays Fortnite knows that Ultimate Knight is ass. Okay, and so the card is fire. It looks
Yeah.
fire, but like in game, like no one really cared, right? Fish sticks is hugely popular, but his card, like he just looks like a fish in a pirate outfit. He's not as like obviously super cool as Peely, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what's got him some negative numbers. I think the gamer community, the Fortnite community, knows fish sticks, and when they see that card, they know that's fish sticks, and he'll go back up.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have made a difference to the current community.
Yeah.
Now, it may make a difference to the future community,
Right.
but
Right.
like I don't think it would have made a difference yet. If that
Yeah.
answers the question.
For sure, yeah, because I think, and I get what you're getting at, Ash. That a fish stick is very underrated,
Underrated,
still
underrated,
very, very underrated.
very, very underrated.
So we'll see how that plays out over time.
And that's in our opinion, that not investment advice, but we think
Yeah,
Peely is like
yeah,
if you guys read the comics, like he's even built into the comics, and I've talked
fish
about
stick.
this before.
Yeah,
Yeah, fish
yeah,
stick is like until the comics, I didn't care about fish sticks. I
hmm,
hated dying to fish sticks, but when he
yeah,
was in the comics and how they portrayed him, it was perfect. It's
yeah,
kind of like they did a great job doing Peely and like the cut
yeah,
scenes of Fortnite. The way
hmm,
they do his personality and him dying, exploding, and stuff like that. They did Peely perfect. The way they did Fistics in the comics was like just
yeah.
right.
And I like that balance, like you said. I like that fish stick got his moments in the comics, and then Pilly was in the game. That was a smart way to kind of do it instead of her trying to like make them butt heads inside of the actual gaming verse.
Yeah, they're having a whole conversation here
Yeah,
with,
I like it.
and I was trying to follow it, but I'm missing it. I saw something
Yeah.
about the Black Knight. Yeah, there are stickers. I'm still on the fence. Like how do you compare the stickers to the cards? I
Mhm,
think it is a collectible worth like going into. Like I want to look into the stickers. I just think that the cards come first
mhm.
before the stickers for me.
Depending
Um,
where you are, depending where you are.
yeah,
Yeah.
once you get through some of the cards, then it's time to look at the stickers and stuff.
Mhm.
But, like I don't even know if you can like compare them. But like I don't have that much experience in that area with like stickers.
Yeah.
I don't even know Sharduck if you have with the sports because sports has stickers.
Yeah.
And they do them like Panini did the stickers. Like I remember looking for Zion sticker because no
Mhm.
one was buying those thing stickers. So I was like, open up those packs looking for those.
Well, what's kind of dope is that the stickers are very popular in overseas. Like that's the main thing that
Yeah,
Panini is known for when it comes
for
to
soccer.
for soccer, football, whatever one you want to call it. Yeah, that is so this is some crossover that could possibly happen as time goes on there.
Well, yeah. So like Pink Gold Trooper does not have a card, and if you
Yeah.
want a Pink Gold Trooper collectible, it graded would look great. Like I want it in my collection.
Yeah.
So that could be a thing. Um, and Fortnite trading cards is international. Like half of our
Right.
audience is
Mhm.
international. So like half of them are asleep right now.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
like and if they collect stickers, I'm sure they're into the Fortnite stickers as well. So
Yeah.
JL is probably like 100% on that, and it may pick up in like the UK first. When I say
Yeah.
UK, I mean like Europe and all those countries.
for sure. No, no, I definitely agree with that. It's gonna be
I
it's gonna
kind of
be
feel like Shark
interesting.
Knock feels it's a steep hill, but I don't know about international. International makes it interesting.
Yeah. That was so. So what did you think of the draft overall?
I thought it was great. It was really fun to see what you guys come up with. I liked a lot of these cards,
Hmm.
and but like seeing some, I think the most surprising thing to me was the low gem rate on the hollows.
Yeah.
Just because like I kept seeing so many hollows, kept seeing so many hollows, I wasn't checking the pop report and seeing how many great skins. Like Dynamo still only has one PSA 10.
Hmm.
I think that was the biggest surprise to me for the draft.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'm going to pull up the results so that we can take a look here to see who won. So Black Ash got 454 points. All right, he did really great because he focused on the promo cards, which
Hmm.
was like the loophole. But he did his research. He looked at like how are the points going to be tallied, and he did his research, and he got 454 points.
Hmm.
We got Kari who picked some great skins, got 200 points. Famous got 200 points. He picked Dynamo. I mean, Gold Trooper Hollow, 21 points for his last card.
Yeah.
Like,
Clutch.
yeah, that was very
Clutch.
clutch. Even the Black Knight Crystal Shard right here, the Italy,
Hmm.
64 points, and that was his fourth card. So, like, Famous did really, really good there.
Really good.
If you go back up here and look at like Kari, 40 points for his second to last card.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm surprised some of those were available. I know Mount Rushmore did not know exactly how we were doing the grading system, so that's why his
Yeah.
points. But he picked some of the best cards out there for
Yeah, he did.
like zero pop. He just didn't understand like how we were doing the point system because it was supposed to like be about like how many people were subbing as well.
Hmm.
Let's go back down. He read it good too. He picked some of the most interesting picks.
Yeah.
Like Yule Trooper Hollows. Never would have thought to look at that one. Like I didn't realize Yuletide Ranger had
I didn't
35
either.
subs.
I didn't either. Not at all.
So like he picked some really like far out there ones. That was cool to see. All right, and if you guys don't know, Get Hype is our winner for the night.
487.
487 points, and he got there because of Dante Promo Shard. He
Hmm.
got 158 points for this one, and he was able to get this because the PSA pop report is so hard to find
Yeah.
for this. So that was kind of crazy. I know Black Ash was kicking himself. Black Ash was very close, barely lost, but that Dante pick was amazing.
Insane.
I had no idea it was 19 out of 177.
Crazy numbers, man. That was insane to see.
And then we
Almost felt.
got Shane, and like he picked some of the best base cards. Like I didn't realize Black Knight. Like I started searching Black Knight up when I
Yeah.
saw this. I was
Hmm.
like 86 out of 518. So he had some really big picks, and the same thing with like the Drift Hollow.
Yep.
Um,
Drift Hollow was definitely one.
it's like I kind of wish I didn't sell my Drift Hollow now. So Jake is the winner. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off the screen so you
Yeah.
can see our beautiful faces here. So you want to do
Yeah.
you have what you want
Yeah.
to give away?
Yeah. Let me see that one. I thought I had one more in here.
I gotta remember where I found one. We're about to show you what we're giving away, Jake. Give us 1 second.
That
Man, and I have more giveaways. We had somebody in the community.
Yeah.
Um, so I had some stuff that I was selling them, and they decided they say, "Hey, can I give half of this stuff away on your channel?"
Hmm.
I was like, "Sure." So they don't want to be named except for their channel. So they have a new and I forget the name, but when I do the giveaway, I'm gonna say their name and who it's from. It's their collecting profile. So they're doing some big things, and yeah, so we're gonna have some more giveaways. Half of them will be for international, and half will be for the U.S. But for
Yeah.
tonight, Jake is our winner, so that's the one that's getting some awards. You want to go
Yeah.
ahead and
Yeah.
show yours?
Yeah.
I'm still getting
Yeah.
mine.
So I had to give away a couple of maybe low grade, but these are some of my favorite ones. Uh USA Reflex Crystal Sharp PSA 7. So
Oh
I had to,
gosh.
I had this stacked away for y'all. Uh, but I want to give away three. I had to stay on brand. Crystal Shower Italy Lux PSA 7 right here. I had to give the Lux some love in there. And then last is a PSA 8 USA cracked ice singularity. So I had to do some pieces in here that is personal to me, but I want to give to the community. So shout out to you, Jake. I'm glad you won. I'm glad for everybody that participated. It only gets better than that because Dylan got some heat added to that as well.
I do have some heat here for you. Give me 1 second. I was trying to give you some. I wanted to try to go after the chart too.
Yeah.
So one of the ones that they mentioned was a Lynx. And this is a
Oh
PSA 8 Lynx.
shoot. Straight heat coming.
And then, of course, this was also on the list, and it is a Kuno. Now, I know I have a bunch of Kunos, so
Yeah.
like I'm trying to give more away at some point.
Yeah.
The fact that Kuno's so high up on the list is crazy, and people still don't buy it. There's only like 2 tens. But anyway, and then I'm gonna give away one of these. My last one that I can give
Oh
away
shoot.
has a Renegade Raider in there. I'm trying to stay on brand with what was on the list.
Yeah.
Um, so those are those three there, and I had one more, and I'm trying to find it. Here we go. And I wanted to give away my reloaded 9.5
That's
Calamity
a
because she was
card.
on the list as well.
Shout out
So I thought
shout
I'm
out
going to
to
get
Drew
some
Hill.
range of things there for you.
Yeah.
Um, so thank you for participating. I know it's not easy to get on the live this late, so those
Right.
people who got
Yeah.
on to participate, we really
We had
wanted
to
to give like a
I
really
had to
good
look out.
prize. Oh, and I also wanted to get we're gonna be throwing in some overshields there for you to
Gotta
try
throw the
out.
overshields in.
Some of mine may already have those on there for you because they were my
Yeah.
PC.
Yep.
Um, you'll have those into the package. So congratulations to Jake, and that's a big giveaway. That's probably the biggest giveaway we like done for one person. So we appreciate you guys who tune in and do this, and yeah, it means a lot to us. It was a lot of fun.
Yo, Shard is funny. No, that was fun. Shout out to Richard as well. Richard Parrott. If you have not subscribed to Richard Parrott yet, please do. He does great content. He has interviews with a lot of people in the community, great collectors in the community at that. And I think you can once again you can dive deeper into me and Dylan's collection on there. He has two interviews with us as well. So yeah, that was definitely fun. We do have to go through the recent pickups because it's some heat in there, bro. It's we've
I
been,
haven't seen these. I haven't been in the Facebook group,
bro.
so
It's some heat. So it's what's crazy is I seen these last week. Obviously, we didn't do it because of the draft, and I seen them last week. But once I was like, we have to go through these. But shout out to Dirty Dan. He had picked up a Carbide BGS 9, Crystal Shard USA, and then I think that's Italy, right? That's Italy, Red Knight. And then you also got Spider Knight, and then we were obviously talking about Blue Squire. The Spider Knight is in a BGS 9.5. That's pretty clean. Anything to say on this one?
no, I mean this looks fire.
Yeah,
I mean, at like when we talk about like sparkle specialists stuff like that, it's like I was thinking over this week. It's like when I don't have shards like Blue Squire, I don't have anymore.
yeah,
I'm starting to look for Italy shards again, and I got rid of.
yep.
I either gave them away on the channel or
Hmm.
I sold them in like cheap fire sales. Like I might have to start picking up some Italy shards for my collection, send them in the
Yeah,
bag just to keep them in the PC. Um,
yeah,
but yeah.
yeah. When you send them in a PSA, everything will be good. I understand what you meant. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Nah, yeah, no, for real though. He also picked up another Midas. I think he might have pulled this one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Dan, but also this one is a little interesting. Rex means a little bit more
Oh
to the
man,
THG community being paired with
air.
Aura. Yeah, paired with Aura. So what is it? Sora? That's the name,
Yeah,
right?
Sora. Yeah,
Beautiful, beautiful skin in game, honestly.
I
So shout out
definitely
to Rex.
I definitely have a Rex. I've had a Rex already saved in my watch list for a long time. But I keep looking at it now. It's like, dang, do I need this card now?
Yeah, no, for sure. So King H, I'm pretty sure Wayne already got his hands on these, but he got put 10 Renegades back out. I mean, as you know, when you reloaded, Dill can attest to this more probably, but you could pull a lot or a little. It's just about the condition that it comes in.
Yeah, and still, like, he probably ripped a lot for this.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, you don't get at max if you're lucky. You could get two per box.
right.
You don't have the box, but there's gonna be like I went like 4 boxes without getting any.
Yeah.
So if you think about that, like if you ripped like 10 boxes, right,
Mhm.
you may get 5, you may get 10.
Yep. Yep.
That's kind of like how it is. 10 boxes of reloaded, and from like overseas shipping and stuff like that, you have to count that in.
Count
Um,
everything in. Yeah.
so who knows what this is going to do long term, but yeah, it's definitely very interesting.
Flow with the man, I don't even call this Raptor, I call it C-Day, but the PSA 9 Raptor holofoil, and then you have the assault rifle is back in game. Love shooting with that again. I mean, it's nothing like the Scar, but this card is beautiful. I love the gold background, especially because the pump is gold as well. So that's like you can almost complete a loadout in yellow. So that's dope.
Is it me? But like, I feel like I would want this card if the
Mhm.
background was blue.
Ah, I get what you mean, rarity
You
wise,
get what I'm
right?
saying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
cause
no, for
like
sure.
you hardly ever get the scar, but like a blue AR is just
Yeah,
like it's like perfect almost,
it's
right?
classic. Yes.
And so like the gold, it's not a scar, so it doesn't hit for me.
Mhm.
Like if it was a scar, I'd be all down for that being gold background. But
Yeah.
like if that was the blue background with that AR, I
Nah.
think it would have been a 10 out of 10 up there with the pump. Like having both of those in my collection.
Yeah.
Right now that I think about it, I should have the pump and the AR in my collection. But now I know it's because of the gold background. That's what's not doing it for me. Because if you
Mm.
look in your loadout, there's backgrounds to the weapons,
Mhm.
and when you have that blue AR background, like you feel confident, you're good. It's the
Yeah.
gold that throws me. I just noticed that now. That's just like a quick
Yeah,
comment.
nah. Nah, that is a good point with that being blue. That would have definitely been better. Oh, Levi
See,
with
this is
getting a
why they
luck
gotta
star.
hire
Let's
us,
go.
Rob.
I know,
It's
right?
like it's tiny details like that is why they need to hire us for the next set.
The small things.
Hmm.
Yo, Jim coming through with the heat. The SGC slabs look really good on these, honestly. And then obviously in that top corner, you got one of my favorite skins of all time, Omega. And then you have Dark Voyager. That card is beautiful, as I said, always in a USA Crystal Shower. You can't beat that.
All right, so someone asked me a question today, and I
Yeah.
need to make sure I quickly answered, but you know how biased I can be. They said, "What's more rare,
Hmm.
Omega with the lights or Renegade Raider?" And I said Renegade Raider, but
It could be pretty close. That's an
I
interesting one.
that,
I
that
like
so like I had in the back of my mind. I quickly said Renegade Raider instantly, but then I
yeah.
was thinking, I was like, well, I'm pretty sure I'm right though. If Ash is still in here, maybe he could tell us.
Mhm.
But I'm pretty sure Renegade Raider is still more rare than the
Yeah.
Lights Omega.
Yeah, if I had to think about it, I would say still Renegade just based off of, obviously Fortnite started surging in season 3 and season 4 was when people really started buying the battle pass. So I think based off the numbers that was at that time, it might
Yeah,
be close. Yeah, he
this is
said
what I
much more
thought. That
rare.
I instantly said this, but I was like, maybe I should like maybe I should have consulted someone because I'm pretty biased. But like, you had to jump through so many hoops to get them. You had to be a certain level, and then you had
Yeah.
to buy. So it's like, yeah,
It's you like we said, like that number was so like season 3 and season 4, I mean Fortnite blew up. So many people were playing.
that's true.
And so I think even though it is pretty rare,
Also,
it can't touch Renegade Raider.
back then, even in that season,
Yeah,
people were surprised to see a Renegade Raider. Like season three, if
exactly.
you saw Renegade Raider, you were like
Yeah,
surprised. You
yeah.
know, so like it was rare back then. So like I feel like that's enough to
No, for sure.
confirm that.
So Thomas with the Brazil starter packs. That is what these are called, right? The starter
Yep,
packs.
the starter
Yep.
packs, and these come with 2 cracked dice and 10 hollows.
Same
So
same rarity, right?
so the cracked dice will have the same rarity. So it's not like there's a legendary and a uncommon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's going to be like both legendary, both epic, both rare, or both uncommon. It also comes with 10 hollows. So like if you're buying, and are they all? I can't remember if they're all epic or not. They might all be epic. I can't remember. It's been a
Mm-hmm.
while since I opened these packs. But so if you're buying Brazil hollows raw, especially the epic ones. Um, just know, like at one point, there's somebody selling them for $1. That's
Yeah,
something for like the hollows. So these packs actually surfaced. I saw a bunch pop up on eBay. Well, not a bunch, but more than usual.
yeah.
Um, so keep that in mind.
To Dylan and to Dylan's point, these were the hits that he got from him. So this is pretty
Oh yeah, so they're all epic hollows. Yeah.
yeah, great one for
Are
sure.
those all? Was that go back? Was that a stack of hollows in the top right, or
Top.
no?
I
Are
know
those
it looks like
base?
those base. Those are base.
Okay,
Yeah,
the
that'd have been
editing
crazy.
made those look like hollows too. I was like, oh my gosh.
Facts. Warfighter said Brazil is a wild and mysterious print.
Yeah, I know,
That is for
right?
sure.
It's
That's
like
for
we have to
sure.
do like a whole bunch more research. Like I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
have like a whole like checklist like to go down
No.
whenever I tell people about Brazil.
No, that's for sure. So Robert
Ooh,
came
I
through,
love.
man. The SGC slaps look clean. I'm
See,
I'm not
stop,
gonna
guys, because
lie.
I'm
Yeah.
getting into freaking tag, and now I'm like missing my brainchild with SGCs. These look so good. I you know what it
Yeah.
is? Base cards and SGCs are like legit. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but like base cards, like the Renegade Raider looks great in
Mhm.
SGC.
It's like that vintage look. It has that vintage
Yeah,
going
it's
for it.
definitely
Like
that
that.
vintage look.
Yeah. Great question. That's interesting. What is a higher stress venture? Hunting reloaded tins or hunting Brazil tins? Dang, that's a great
I would
question.
say a high stress is the Brazil because
Uh-huh.
Reloaded is literally a fun rip, and you can
Mhm.
actually get like a box for like 30
Good
to
point.
40 bucks versus
Mhm.
like Brazil, you have to like literally pay over $100 to get the starter pack,
Yeah.
and you literally have no idea what you're gonna get in there for like the cracked ice, right? Um,
Yeah.
and especially like the conditions. So I think Brazil is more stressful.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I know fact, Shard. Shard said, okay, we are not finally legitimizing base who have long overdue just because they look good in SGC
I feel like
slabs.
we've always said that Series One base is like great.
Yeah, no,
Like, no,
that's
Series 1 base has all like, in my opinion I still have Series 1 base.
mm-hmm.
I have not sold my epics and my legendaries of Series 1 USA
Yeah,
base. They are hard to pull, guys, and they're great. I'm not grading them just because there's so many, like, super rare stuff to get,
yeah,
but, like, don't forget, like, people are selling their legendary base cards way too cheap.
agreed.
Like, I think Shardock, he has the PSA 10 master set of base.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's legit. Like, that's
Hmm.
crazy. I
Legendary
don't
set.
know. Yeah, a legendary set. I
Yep.
don't know what the gem rate is on the base cards for that
Hmm.
legendary set, but just know like it was much harder to complete a base set
Yeah.
than it was like series 2 and series 3. Like it was so much harder. Like pulling like even pulling gold troopers was super hard.
Yeah. Oh man, what you feel about this? Whoa.
Can we agree full legendary base SGC 10? You can't ask me that. I would take I mean, I would take SGC, but um, I'm biased. It looks so great in base.
You know I'm going PSA, but yes, I
Yeah, I
like I
know.
bet. Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right.
Nah,
Visually though, which one looks better base wise,
no,
SGC or PSA?
I will say visually SGC looks really good. It really does. I
I
would
mean,
say
price wise, of course. Like when you're saying which one are we like, which one's
this
beating
is
it?
this is still big. Don't take it.
They'll be. I mean, PSA is gonna outsell
Yeah.
it. PSA has more fans, but like visually, I like SGC base.
Yeah, no, that's no, they really do look good. But
I think it's closer for me for like when I look at my PSA cards,
yeah.
like if you throw me up on the screen here for my Aura Hollow, it's in
Yeah,
PSA 10 and it looks great hollow, but I do like SGC in the base.
for sure. Woo! So Colton came in crazy. Colton, listen, Colton been on a tangent for like 3 months, bro. He's been on a tangent for like 3 months. It's like every other week, if not every week. But Royal Knight, I need that card back. Hurts to see it, but I'm glad that you have it, bro. I know this was a chase for you. He said actually he specified that this was a 2-year chase for him. And Shar said something that was very interesting on that, paraphrasing him, but he was just saying how crazy it is that as of right now, with this small community, that somebody can chase a card for 2 years and just now get it. What is it gonna look like 5 years from now? Like that's how crazy these things are. And then obviously he has a Dynamo as well. Dynamo is a hard card to get, and it's a popular skin in game.
I feel bad for
Can't beat that.
people getting into the hobby 5 years from now.
That's what we're trying to prevent, bro.
I
We're trying
feel
to get them
bad for those
early.
people, man. Yeah, Shardock says Colton has been
Yeah,
dominating the last 6 months. He's
bro.
not lying. Every time I see something that Colton does, I'm like, man, this man won't stop. Actually, you know what, Colton, get on the books. We need to get you on an interview and see what
Yo,
you
for
got
real.
cracking. All right, you're on the list, Colton.
The mindset. We need to know the mindset over the past 6 months because it's almost like so what Colton represents over the past 6 months. Let's go with shard number, right? Is what should you be not what should you be chasing based off of like PC, but like if you were chasing the top tier cars, what should you be chasing? I'm almost positive his last 10 pickups were just that. So that's crazy. Shout out to you,
Wait,
Colton.
is this? I mean, I almost got a Royal Knight
That's not
over.
it.
Okay,
I had an
I
8.
okay, Nate, because
Yeah.
man, that was the hardest decision for me. It was like Aura or like 3 Series 1 shards, and I just couldn't do it. But that Royal Knight looks dope. Same thing with Dynamo. It's like
Yeah.
Dynamo we've talked about. I don't want Dynamo, but it's an amazing
Dang.
card.
Man, crazy.
Ooh.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh
Rachel.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah. Rachel
Yo,
and it was
Coach,
Shane, right? Aren't they together with all their stuff?
I believe so. Don't
Yeah,
quote me,
man.
but I believe so.
But they've been killing it, and like
Yo.
freaking, that's a bright bomber. If y'all don't see that, that's a bright bomber
So
10.
okay. So yeah, let me just give y'all some context. Rachel completed what my kind of one of my goals was over the next 5 cards. The reason why I say this is because Drift and Bright Bomber is tied together. They brought Bright Bomber introduced Drift into the island when he first got there. There was a whole thing going on for a while, and even in a lot of the loading screens. But more than anything, they're both iconic now. Like Drift had to grow to be iconic. Bright Bomber was already iconic, but these two cards paired together and
That's deep.
just great pickups, man. Great
Y'all are
pickups.
way too deep for me. I swear, y'all be thinking like
Man,
different
crazy.
levels, man. This is how I want to collect. You brought it
Man,
into the game. This is what I want.
listen.
This is the pair that I want.
Yep.
I would have
Yep.
never made that connection. I would have been like
Yeah.
bright bomber, dark bomber.
Nah,
Um,
insane, man.
so that's deep. I like that.
Yeah. Lane, once again, we just talked about it.
1 out of 86 right here.
1 out of
Only
86.
85 other of these exist.
You can't beat that. I mean, there's not even much to say about this. This is just something that is always a good play, in my opinion. Always something good to have in your collection. And honestly, I have to get back in my collection. I actually didn't grade my base Black Knight, so I don't think they're tens though. So that's a different story.
I had so many Black Knights. I got rid of all. I had an Italy Black Knight base. What was
Yeah,
that?
man.
Didn't someone put that on here, or was it the hollow? It was the hollow.
Yeah. So Wayne comes in with the holofoil Italy 10 of Pilly. Yeah, this and it's crazy because this I if you would have covered the label, I would have thought this was Brazil because it looks a little darker. Like the
Yeah,
hollow
it
in
does
Brazil
look
is a little
darker.
darker. But yeah, you can't go wrong with a PSA 10 in anything, really. Yo, so Robert come through with man. This is you got Spider Knight, you got Triceratops. Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Shard said someone in the community sent an 80 Black Knight base and 110. Okay,
Yo,
I feel
that's
much.
crazy.
I feel much better about my. Why didn't you say this when I sent in all my Kunos? That would have made me feel so much better. I sent in like 30 Kunos, and I only got 0 tens. At least an 80. That would have made me feel better. That
Yo,
sucks. Though. That's rough.
yo, Dill. The grader probably wanted to go on break or had to piss or something, and he just get 80 BK. He like, you know
And
what?
they all
Screw
look the
this.
same.
Like, he like, screw this. I ain't been
Like
doing
that's
this.
got to be like an eye strain, right? It's like, oh, it's
Yeah,
the same card.
yeah.
9, 9, 9.
They would have to split that. They would. They you think? No, I guess they wouldn't split that up. Dang, that's crazy, man. That's a lot. One
I
time,
can't
someone.
stand you, Bobby. Yo, stop. I know y'all can't see me, but I'm dying over here.
Yo,
That's messed up. Someone sent in one Kuno, got 110. Okay. Okay. True
yo,
that.
that's
True that.
crazy.
All right,
Great
cool.
hollow, great hollows right here. And shout out to you, Bobby. That was a great one.
That's it. We're gonna have to repost this video. That's gonna have to be like the starting lineup for the
Yeah,
video, just so people
no,
know what they're in
literally.
for.
Yo, so Joseph come through. So this is a Drew Hill classic right here. I think Drew Hill skins are gonna start standing out as time goes on. It's like a lot of Drew Hill collectors coming not are building honestly, but honestly, Catastrophe is a dope looking skin. I've never worn her. I don't even know if I have this skin, but it looks dope on card. Honestly, I really like this one.
I like the details. Like they put so much detail in their skins. If you look, like it even has like subtext under the thing that says
Yeah.
toxic. I mean that's freaking crazy to me.
They also have that double case that I want. I like their case that they have their slabs in. I got the single, but they got the double one. That's a dope one. I like that. Oh, this guy, Bobby. So Bobby comes through, but it's a little it's a little disappointment and success with this one. He got another.
Disappointment.
Yeah.
No, there's no. Whenever you get a 10 gold trooper, there is no
Did you
disappointment.
did you look at the other side
I
though?
see it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see
So
it, but still.
Yeah, so Bobby said there's a little mixed bag right here. Ghoul Trooper 10, I mean, you can't beat that. That's a win for everything, like Dylan is saying. Like if you pull that off,
Like
you
so,
won.
like if this got a 5, there's no way you were expecting a 10, right?
Interesting to know what did you think it was gonna get, Bobby?
So like, because so I'm saying like if you were expecting like an 8 or 9, but like you got a 5, but you get a 10 Ghoul Trooper, I'm taking that every day,
Yeah,
every day. Now if you were
yeah.
expecting a 10 in both, then yeah, it's a mixed bag.
Nah, that's a fact. Dang. Yo,
Ooh,
so Michael came in
what
and
the heck?
three three out of these
Did
three
you
out of these
rob a
cards, man.
store? What the heck?
I think
I
he
haven't seen any of these pop up. All right, where are these connections coming from? I still don't have a Zadie. Didn't see one pop up. That's crazy.
man. He stole some of my dream cards out of this one. That paradigm, man, 8 ball. Yeah, I know I still want that card. Zadie, I have that one, so I'm excited to see another one. That these cards are beautiful, bro. Like three, I like all of them, but three of them stick out majorly to me.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the Zadie. Like, how do I not have this yet?
Yo. No, yeah, get hype. This was definitely definitely a crazy submission.
I don't know. There's a Gold Trooper PSA 10 in there. I don't know.
Yeah. So
This is
so
interesting.
Christopher, yeah, I forgot to add the back for this one, but can you give more context to this? I didn't know too much about this one, but I did see some things on it. But when you get a chance, just give more context. I think you still in the chat.
I'm
But
one of
yeah,
those people that like so like a lot in the Magic the Gathering. People who collect cards, they put heavy prices on cards that are errors and have like print defects,
yeah.
hack defects, like the crimples on the card. I'm not one of those people.
Mhm.
I think it's interesting, cool, but what about you? How do you feel about
Yeah,
those
I'm
prices?
I'm the same, but this is kind of dope. I don't know the context behind it. I like the way it looks, but I'm the same way overall. Like I'm not big on like the crimps or anything like that. That's not my cup of tea. But it's a red tape air pack, only one of yeah. So I like this. I like this a lot. It does look dope. This will be something dope
The
to get
placement is
slabbed.
dope.
Yeah, to get this one
Placement
slabbed
is
will be
definitely
dope.
dope.
Yeah, it's dope. I like that. Oh yeah, I forgot to say this. So Rachel did buy that. Rachel purchased this Zadie, and it was for a pretty nice price. It was for a pretty nice price. I felt the same way about Zadie, so I'm glad you picked that one up.
It's like I don't think I'm like I don't main Zadie, right? But I want
Yeah.
one. And I feel like at this point I just might never get one. I
Westrum said
don't.
he been. Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. Westrum said he's been through hundreds of Series 2 gravity feeds, and he never seen one like that before. Yeah, for sure.
No, it's definitely very interesting. I just don't collect things like that, and
Hmm.
like I don't know the values. I know Magic the Gathering, like the values of those things are like triple, quadruple the price. So it's just interesting. Yo, Ash, thank you for stopping in, man.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna check out your channel and subscribe.
Yes. Have a
Thanks for
good one.
stopping in.
So
Oh,
this was we were on stream when we first heard about Coro Coro. Shout out to JT. He's glad to see how this has grown. The Golden Pilly is definitely one of those sleeper ones. I love the back of the card artwork too. You have all
I
the pillies in
I
there.
love the artwork on the back of these dang stickers, man. I don't can't remember if I actually have this one. Um,
Yeah.
that freaking back is dope. I love the back of the Koro Koro stickers.
Yeah.
I love them. The comic strips are just so awesome.
Yeah. So you want to explain these ones for Shower? Yeah, Shower. These are dope, bro.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure you've seen some of the Koro stuff, like that we talked about. But like in Japan, they have a magazine called Koro, and they do like partnerships with all these different brands. And like the magazines come with like little goodies and like cards, like Pokemon cards, stickers, and stuff like that. And they did a partnership with Fortnite where every month they did a sticker, and on the back was a little comic strip.
Yeah.
Um, so you can grade them with PSA and SGC, and they're pretty cool. The first two, no, first three were hollow.
Hmm. So it was and I mean it's some great ones in there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I love the back of them. That's my favorite part is the back of the little comic strip. I need to get them all graded at some point. All I have are the I have Peely and I have Jonesy.
I got
I
the
mean, I
found
have more than that, but graded. That's all I have graded.
I got the foundation right over here too. I got about 5 foundation cards. I had to get that. I mean, he's probably not going to show up in the card for at least a couple years or whenever somebody decides to make Fortnite cards again. But I had to get the foundation ones.
Yeah, I need to go through and there's so many things on my list. Like I'm still trying to get DKV graded at SGC.
Yeah, same. But I'm trying to get it with PSA. But yeah, same. So this is
Oh,
so
I don't want to see this.
I have wait, hold on. I have
I don't
mine
want to
right
see
here.
this. You guys piss me off. Guys, this is dope. I think you want me to add you to the stage? You're gonna, there
Yeah,
you
there you
go.
go. Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
still
remove this for a second.
since we have it right there, I'm gonna just keep mine closed in until I get my custom frame. But I had
Dude,
to get one. I'm not in a deep original art bag that's just out of my price range right now. So JJ Harrison knocked this out the park. So yeah,
this is not the original art though. This is a
yeah,
print. Just so you'll
yes.
know. The only reason why, like this was sold out by the time I saw it. The color version is the one I wanted. The black and white one took longer to sell. Correct.
I'm not sure because I didn't
There,
see when
there
it
was more colored versions, but the
but
color version sold first.
what it came out for. I think I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if these came out at the same exact time. Somebody
I
correct me if I'm wrong on
By
that.
the time I got there, the color ones were sold out, but the black and white ones were available, and I didn't pull the trigger on them.
Yeah,
Um, but like it's so dope, and like I have ones on eBay, and I have it saved to my like
yeah,
like double the price, and I have it saved because it's so dope.
yeah,
But like it's a print. I mean, it's not like an original, but it was limited print.
yeah.
Um, it's dope though.
So the black is out of 115. I believe the colored is out of 265 or something along that lines. It's around that number like that between the 250 and
I was more
265.
interested
Yeah.
in the color for some reason. Usually, I'm a black and white kind of dude, but like the color version was
Color is
just
just amazing.
so amazingly done.
Yeah.
Um, like this is dope as hell. I would have loved this, but since I saw the color version,
Hmm.
even though there was more of it printed, I just wanted that one, and it was sold out, and so I didn't pull the trigger. But at some point, maybe I'll get these when they're 10 times the price, and I make a mistake.
Yep. No, this is great. Loves it. Love seeing this. Can't wait to get it framed. So another one. This was something honestly, this was one of the first French things that I was deep on. I went
Who
through
picked this one up?
every this was also Warfighter, I believe. Yes, this was also Warfighter. Um
Nice. My copy
yeah,
looks better. Just like
yeah, so I have a copy as well. This was one of the first. I looked everywhere for months because I was looking on eBay, I was looking on Macari. I'm like, because what I noticed at first, I collected Game Informers growing up, and all of them had the addresses on it. So when I finally found one without it, it was amazing. So I'm glad you found one because it is not easy to find
it's
at
not
all.
easy. I have one, and I
Yeah,
looked for a little bit, but I haven't hard looked for another one again. I've
yeah,
told you guys in the past episode how I found mine and how you can potentially find yours. I
yeah.
can go into it again. Um, it's your third one without an address.
Sweet,
Yeah,
sweet,
you're
sweet.
crazy, Warfire. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that was a tough find, but this one, if y'all don't know, inside of this Game Informer, it goes into detail of
It's
what Fortnite
definitely super cool.
originally was. Like it's great content in there. It really
And
is.
it's just like the artwork of it, and it's just
Yeah,
like what it used to be and what it's gonna be. It's probably one of the coolest things that's
easily.
Fringe to
Easily.
have. Warfighter, if you ever get your three graded, let me know like how you did it, what you did, and like what the labeling was for it. Because
Mhm.
I'm gonna get mine graded at some point. I'm not selling it. So
No, that's definitely not going anywhere. So this guy JT. Okay, so let's get into this. I couldn't wait for Dylan to go through this. This is freaking insane. Um, so for some context before Dylan go, JT, I think you showed me the Australian newsstand one. I don't know if you showed it to me, but you showed me something that was pretty rare. But going on to what you showed on this is crazy. This is the Fortnite playing cards. I believe JT can give more context. I forgot exactly what it was, but you see that 2017 Epic Games at the bottom. It's not too many things that have that. And what I'm getting at is a lot of the t-shirts that I collect. There's only a few t-shirts that I have that have the 2017 mark. Most of it's 2018. So anything that's 2017 is insane. Absolutely insane. This is
I
crazy.
I used to collect playing cards. All right, I had a big playing card collection,
Yeah.
and so I'm kind of pissed that I don't have this right now. This with the Game Informer would be dope.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
This is
and the sealed game.
it, and the sealed game. That's true.
Yeah,
This with the sealed game would be super dope.
yeah. This is crazy. No, I love this. I love this a lot. Yeah, man, I don't even know what to say about this. This is crazy. Pretty sweet. I'm interested to see what those look like. Obviously, I know you're keeping it sealed as you should. This is something you definitely keep sealed.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, definitely
yeah,
keep it sealed.
yeah,
I don't know if there's an open version out there. I would like to see an open version to see what it looks like on the inside. Because if you're into playing cards, there's different types of playing cards when you open them. They could just have the back design that's like custom,
yeah.
or the more intricate ones has the front of the card custom with like the numbers. Like I have. Let me show you guys what I have here.
While Dylan's doing, JT, I don't. You might be able to. I don't know how thick they go with the slabs, but if you could, that's the play for sure.
So I have some very old Playboy playing cards, and
Mm.
the only reason these are open is because I got them from a like
Yeah,
a
make
value.
excuses, right?
I got them literally from a what do you call it? A thrift store, and it was open. Like thrift store was like one of my favorite things to go to, and so
Mhm.
like what's cool about these like so the backs of the cards are custom, but like some trading cards like they'll do like custom aces.
Yeah.
Right, so this one has ladies on the custom aces, all different, and this is these are very old playing cards. We know why they are open. So those are cool. So I'd be interested to know.
As he just chuckles.
They're probably not, but like it'd be interesting to see the Fortnite cards to see if they had like custom designs on any of the cards,
Yeah.
like the Joker card or something. You guys are wild.
It's not us, it's you.
I'm wild. Me,
Yeah. Yo, Jake, shout out to Jake with this one. He got the duo up there. Uh
the duo. That is not a duo. Those will
he got
never
the
be a duo. The duo is at the bottom. Ice
he got
Queen and
the
Ice King are the duo. Stop. I
yep.
do not like this narrative. Okay, I'm not with this narrative. This
he
narrative
got
is
the
gonna follow me to the grave.
he got the duo up there. Then he got 8 Ball and Crystal, and then obviously the true duo with Ice Queen and Ice King. That's definitely some dope pickups right there. The duo. Yo, Liquid Age, shout out to you. This is man. So to have the Brazil Crystal Shards and a 8.5 and a 9, yeah, that's pretty dope.
Oh,
That's
so
pretty dope.
Liquid Age is the account that is donating cards to the channel to give away.
Let's go.
Um, so they will be donating some stuff. Like I said earlier, both USA, half to USA and half to our European like international subscribers. They
Warfighter, that's a
do.
fact.
They do.
That's a fact. I don't know what that is. Jake, get hype. The dub winner out here, he got the W today. But Manic Optichrome, man, that Optichrome is
Chrome hits,
beautiful.
man.
Yeah, those Optichromes hit, especially in their tattoos and in their mask, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
Richard came through with some straight steals. Getting a Vendetta 9.5 for 1605 is crazy. That's crazy. And then obviously PSA 8
I
Devour.
j- I just
Insane.
watched on Instagram Devour destroy the mech
The mech, yeah.
or whatever they call it, the
Mecha team leader.
mecha team leader, but not the team leader. The what do they call the actual robot? It's not team leader, is it?
I guess it would be I
Because
guess
the
it
team
is.
leader was the actual skin.
No, I think his mecha team. I think his name is. I think the
I think
actual
it was still
robot is
mecha
Mecha Team
team leader.
Leader. Yeah,
Okay, not just the skin.
yeah,
So I saw him like destroying it and like the OG. It looked so different because it's been so long.
yeah. Oh, it's crazy. Woo! Yo, so here it is.
Oh, look, Rob's holding out over here, man. Look at that.
Yo, yo. So,
Looks like a six to me. I'm
this is
just
a
kidding.
this is anonymous right here, obviously. But this collector pulled off the second PSA 10 for Renegade Reloaded. Uh, congrats. This is major. They're excited about this. I'm pretty sure the community loves this as well. And I just want to give context that he was very confident that his car was going to get a 10 and he pulled it off. So a lot to say about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. It looks great. I
Yeah.
miss it.
Yeah, yo. So he had to end this off, with the Renegade Raider because
Oh man, I don't know.
anonymous post is my favorite, bro. I like this, especially when it's cars like this.
Yo, so whoever has this, I need you to post this anonymous on the Fortnite Cards website so we can see this, so it can be card of the day again.
Man, that joint is crazy. It's I think what I liked about it the most is that he was, and it was, y'all obviously don't know what it is, but that at the time that he pulled it in the chat, he was saying that, he think he got a 10, and he definitely did
I feel like everyone thinks they're gonna send, but like for him to, he
really
must
pull
know
it
because
off.
he.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, but he must have sent like one or two,
Yeah.
like one or
Yeah.
two, because like I looked at the pop report and then bam, it hit a 10. So he knew what he was looking for.
Crazy. I think that was a major win. I couldn't imagine how that felt to pull off the second one. I mean, I can imagine how it felt to pull off the first one. Whoever did that, I hope they still have the card. But yeah. So,
You guys are mean to me. You guys are so mean to me.
yo, that is funny.
Um, I'm trying to
She
remember.
would she would have been like, yeah, her rarity is rare, right? I don't know what, I actually don't even know. Renegade is so rare. I don't even think about what her rarity was. Good question,
Yeah,
Shark.
it's a rare.
Yeah, I think it's a rare.
Yeah, it's definitely a rare.
Yeah.
So I'll show you on the back.
Yeah. That's crazy. She's so removed from my thought process of having that in my locker. I don't even think I ever even looked at that.
So I know earlier I saw that Shard said that SGC 9.5s will do 8. This is not an 8, sir. This is a damn 10.
A 10 or a 7.5. I feel what you I get what you're saying.
A 10 or a 7.5.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So also Omega did sell for a little over 1,000 tonight in a
Oh, the
SGC 10.
SGC.
Yeah,
I was
that was
watching
a nice
that.
sell.
Not that I'm an Omega fan, but like I was
Yeah.
watching it just because I don't know, maybe because it was
It's been some
interesting.
it's been some interesting sales. Probably probably a black label. Yeah,
No, no, it's definitely not a black label. I'm telling you, there's only one card I've ever thought that was a black label, and it was that Optichrome Midas. I know you
Yeah.
said that everyone who thinks it like it's another level. The Optichrome Midas that I had was the cleanest, most centered, beautiful card I've ever seen, and it was Optichrome.
And you let it go.
Well, it 10 and they offered me like what was it? Over $1,000,
Hmm.
and I was like, I put it towards something that I needed. Um, I kind of wanted to send it to BGS, but I didn't have the balls to do it, I guess.
Yeah, that white corner on the Omega. I know what you're talking about.
No, at SGC, it was a PSA 10.
What?
He's at SGC 10. What is he talking about?
Yeah, I think he was talking about what you
No, it was
yeah.
a PSA Optichrome Midas. It was like perfect, and I decided to send it to PSA. Um, but it was because I was intending to sell it. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't sending to SGC, I wasn't keep. I was intending to sell it, but I was almost about to send it to BGS. I just never sent stuff to BGS before,
Yeah.
and like I wasn't really gonna risk it. But it looked like it would black label.
Yeah.
Of course, I know the chances are probably very thin, but
Yeah.
whoever I sold that to, it was a nice card. I can't remember who I sold it
Yeah.
to. Maybe it was you,
Nah.
Shardnot. You should
Yeah,
go back
man.
and look. See if I sent it to you, that's a black label, probably.
Nah, man. This was a fun episode. Great episode. It's a lot of stuff in this one for sure. The fruit roll was
Shardnock, you know what?
facts.
I'm gonna
Facts.
write PSA. I'm be like, you guys have to reach out to Shardnock Life. Man, he is your biggest supporter and your biggest broadcaster. He deserves some special VIP
Uh,
treatment because he's like great for you guys. Um,
hmm.
I need to do that. Yeah, I got your back, Shardnock. All right, this was a
Yeah.
great episode.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you guys hanging out. Like we said before, if you guys want to support us, you can join our premium membership at FortniteCards.com. We have released weekly. We try to do weekly exclusive videos.
Yeah.
We already have another one finished that's going up either tonight or tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Besides that, we will be back Fridays live, and we'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one, yeah.